Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to
Welcome.
another Vermillion Versus. I'm here with the wonderful Sane,
Hello, hello.
winner of Tono Tea Party 6, I
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
think. Don't
My
remember.
biggest accomplishment.
True, true. That's my goat. Sane the goat. Very good Zero player up and coming. But hello, everyone. Welcome. We have a pretty this bracket. I was worried about numbers because one, it's like exam week, and two, it was looking quite dire this morning. But we have 27 people. Not bad. Not a bad bracket today, and we have quite a few new faces and also quite a few returning established players. So it's going to be quite exciting. I'm just getting everything set up right now. But how's everyone's weekend going so far?
I
Exams
hope.
end exams ended today? Hell yeah. How'd they go? You think you flunked it or you think you did good?
Where is the exam week? Is it in UK?
I think a few different parts of Europe there's exams on right now.
No. We had in Finland. We had them earlier this year,
Oh,
few months ago.
oh wow. Very, very early.
I failed every subject. I sit on my
No.
exams.
No.
Unlucky.
Crazy. Like averaging 80% midterm exams, damn.
Is that bad?
Is 80% bad? Hold on. 80%
No.
sounds good. That's like a
Yeah, it sounds good.
depending on how strict your grading system is, that could be either really bad or really, really good.
It's a B.
It's true, it's true. I have to mark every part of the bracket that I want streamed as streamed. There has to be a better way to do this.
There probably is, but
I'm not
can't
a
find it.
I'm not a challenge wizard no matter how much of it I've used.
It seems confusing.
It's not as bad as Start. I think Start has a much worse interface. It is much more annoying to use. It's just
It looks cleaner.
it does look cleaner, but the thing with Start is everything is like stacked behind like layers of menus and stuff. It might make sense for like a big multi-hundred person event because like you don't want one of the 20 people with access to the bracket to accidentally change the seating or like mess something up. But for a small event, it is a nightmare to work with, quite frankly. It is a
I think
pain.
I think Start is also much more reliable. I've heard that Start is much reliable compared to Challenge.
Yeah. I've had small issues with it, but nothing super big. I'll show you guys the bracket in just a second before we get into it then. Ta-da! Yeah, big bracket today. It's done the thing again where it's spaced all of my entire bracket out for some reason, but if I zoom in a tad, you should be able to see. Hi Midori. Hello everyone. 80% for a B is crazy. Yeah, I'm used to the UK grading system where a B is like 60%. It's
Yeah,
so easy here, genuinely.
the grading systems change so much depending on country. I don't know if B is good or not.
Yeah. I don't know. They've changed it a ton, like a ton in the UK recently as well. Just we switched from like letter grading to number grading for everything until college. It's kind of funky. I don't know why they did that. That was like
No,
I say recently, like that wasn't like back when I was in school.
it makes more sense.
Awesome. We're gonna go straight into it though. Our first match we're gonna be streaming, if you can see on the bracket, is gonna be Tanuki versus Junebug. Both of these players from quite like regular attendees of the beginner bracket, and they've both been placing quite well. So I'm excited to see how this goes. And I'm hoping we don't have any round 1 CC caster jank. For some reason, my
Hopefully.
CC caster is less consistent round 1 than it is later on.
You have to let it fire up first. Like all computers, you have to let them run first before they are consistent.
True, it has to warm up. Sunny, looking at this bracket, are there any like matches that look interesting to you going on?
No. Right now I'm kind of interested in more of the round 2 fights.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of these round 2 matchups according to the seeding are going to be interesting. We have Asishan versus Pol 2. We have like Vert versus Roy according to seeding. Obviously there might be an upset, but round 1 seeding is usually like the more consistent because it tries to put the best player with the lowest seeded player.
I don't wanna play favorites here, but I'm quite excited to see what few players here can do.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Having a bit of a... I forgot to open a bunch of stuff. Hold on. This is your very professional streamer right here.
So the first match is Haku versus something. I don't remember what June Pak played.
I think June's been messing around with a bunch of different characters recently. They played Sisei for a while, but I think they're playing F-Wara recently. I don't know too much about F-Wara other than like the Morrigan dash and all the mix-ups and stuff. It's gonna be interesting.
I played versus F-Wara on a bracket recently. It was painful.
Really? Oh damn.
Why did they give the moon that has 0 landing recovery a hover dash? I will never understand.
That's true, yeah. So he just does like the fucked up four-way stuff. I guess it doesn't work on Hime because her hurt box is like too big.
Yeah.
Nice.
Painful for F4. No, it was painful for me. I don't understand. He's a weird character.
Coconut says, so glad I live in the UK too. I have all my assignments due in 2 weeks and I've done nothing and I'm still not worried. Yeah, true. It is not super hard to do okay here in the UK.
When you get a participation award.
Yeah. Getting like graduating, especially like college or like GCSEs and stuff, is basically a participation award. You show up and then you pass. Yeah, but I'm excited to see how this goes. June's been practicing. June's been labbing, getting ready. Picking a stage so they don't accidentally get like a grass stage. I don't think that matters too much for this matchup.
It's not too much, yeah.
Yeah, going straight into it. Nice. Getting an air counter hit and nearly converting off of it, but not again. Double air counter hit. Yeah, I think we'll see with Tanuki is Tanuki's a player who very much so benefits from longer set counts. She tends to play quite cautious in the like first game or early rounds, and then when she's more comfortable fighting your character, she then like revs up the engine, and we might start seeing that here. Just kind of poking around looking for stray hits. Nice, June getting a knockdown.
Nice, okay, nice. Putting on the pressure. Nice. That's a nice round one. Clean.
Clean indeed. Yeah. But you can't really count Tanuki out too soon. Straight into that jumping thing. She keeps doing that to bait like heat or reversals, I think. But it might be like not a super good choice because you can just hold forwards and walk under her. Do some set play with the mist here. Barely missing, just a bit too far for that button. Some stagger pressure. Ooh, tried to super jump forwards and counter that jump out, but June swinging first, getting hit and attempting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic missing, classic Kohaku reversal.
Yeah, kind of questionable quarter circle forward C there. Nice, getting the air throw.
Nice. Nice. Counter hit. Very clean.
Jazz says she had to fight Awara at the recent TDP too. Ooh, that might have been this Awara to be fair. Ooh, nice, getting the air throw conversion. Messes up the ender, doesn't get the Oki that Seeker really strives on. Swings some buttons, trying to find an opening. I'm pretty sure this character's JA is actually a mid, so I don't think that was the best choice to go for, but at least keeping the pressure on.
Ah, the plant. Yeah, I have to respect those. Misses the ender. Nice.
Yeah, kinda low health for Jin. Not enough meter to recover it either, and just gets air thrown, letting Tanuki take the first game here.
Me too.
Oh nice, both of them just playing some more neutral here, swinging some buttons. Tanuki's trying to contest that jumping heavy with the Kahaku's JB. Kahaku's
Not a bad idea.
Kahaku's JB is like, it's like a war crime button. But yeah, kind of. It doesn't seem to be working too well. I think June is just positioning themselves right outside of it.
Nice side witch.
Into a knockdown. Oh, nice. Messing up the combo again, kind of struggling with that ender. Maybe it's a Wara hurtbox thing?
It could be. It's also pretty tricky sometimes.
Yeah, true. Playing some more neutral. It's looking for a hit. June kind of putting themselves in the corner here. Blocking some buttons. Nice. Tanuki catching that jump out with that JB.
Tanuki on match point. Let's see how this goes.
Ooh, nice anti-air, getting the counter. Bit too high for a proper conversion there, I think. Caught with the sweep. Just some more stagger pressure. Kahaku strike throw. Yeah, again, jumping to bait the reversal probably isn't a super good idea because you are leaving yourself vulnerable to lots of stuff. And also lots of reversals just hit there. Ooh, nice, catching the rollout, but not getting the full confirm off of it. I don't think they realize that they caught it until it's too late. Tanuki getting away with a heat activation there. Getting caught jumping by the spike. The ball's on screen, just controlling a bit of space. Tanuki seemingly unsure of whether she wants to approach this. Nice mash there, catching June going for something. I think they messed up their land into button. But yeah, just catching Tanuki with that DP. Not respecting the plant at all, but it seems to have worked out.
Never respect the plant.
True. Some nice stagger pressure there. June very much so trying to jump out of those situations, but keeps getting caught. Tanuki goes for wake up throw, but yeah, the Morrigan get dash, putting you in the air. Nice, getting the counter hit. Kind of funky confirm though. Jumping around. June backing up, hiding behind Fireball, both of them setting their projectiles to just control some space. Getting caught by Drill and knocked into the Fireball, kind of funky.
Nice. Gets the confirm of the counter hint. Very nice.
Yeah, nice stuff. June tying it out 1-1. Considering June's so new to this character, I'm quite surprised they're doing good against Tanuki, someone who's been playing Kahaku for a while. Oh yeah, getting hit by the last hit of that. On jumping buttons like that, every single hit is an overhead, so you do have to block all of them. Big damage here. 5.3k, not bad. Straight into set play. Plants on screen. Back in the corner, June tried to escape, getting caught trying to jump out by the sweep again. Tanuki baiting the DP, but messing up the punish a bit. Super jump into air throw, nice! Getting a full confirm off of it as well. Back into the corner. June trying to jump out and getting like tossed straight back in. Tanuki is on set point right now.
Very nice callouts by Tanuki. Gets the plant on screen.
Oh, tornado, just covering that space. Nice, the 2B anti-air. That button, deceptively, is actually a pretty decent anti-air from my lord. Reversal throw, the
Wake
Go
up.
classic. Yeah, if you haven't seen that before, it can be kind of funky to punish if you're just not used to it. You have a lot of time to punish it, but it's also just like kind of weird to punish. Nice, getting an anti-air into a knockdown and catching the jump out with the air throw. Nice stuff. Tanuki finishing it off here. Yeah, just with some OTG damage. Barely does it though. Lost interaction though, and tries to bunker out, but gets caught. Nice stuff. Tanuki taking the first set here. 2-1 over June, knocking June into losers straight away. A very nice try from June though. They did better than I was expecting for like a couple days into FWARA.
Nicely played by both. Kohaku, those normals aren't legal. They are so good.
Yeah, her buttons are kind of ridiculous. They're massive. It's one of the strengths of all the warriors are just the size of their buttons. But honestly, I think some of the Kohaku buttons can contest decently well.
It's kind of bad for Vara players. Biggest strength is just the length of the buttons, and then comes another character that can also contest space pretty good with normal buttons.
Yeah.
So it's kind of strives into who gets the first hit, and it's decided after that. Just hoping to get stray hits in.
Yeah, looking at how round one's going, I think it's mostly going according to seed. Maple taking it over Darius in the close seeding. Knight taking it over Silver Knights. Vox taking it over M Spectator. Yasin over Tox. Wilku over Alka. Yeah, Vert meeting Roybred quite early on as well. Delta meeting Wilku. We've got some interesting matchups here. Yeah, this bracket turned out to be quite decently like stacked towards the end. So there's some people who are going to be running into each other here. Like this is going to be a fun match. Panshoot tried to get me to switch Vert and Asishan to make the bracket easier for him. So I nearly did as well. Getting gaslit into making the bracket easy for him, but I resisted the gaslighting.
Got sort of bribed instead.
True.
In Melty, you have to accept every last cent you can get.
True. Next up, we have Knight versus Vox. I've seen a bit of Vox play because I've caught some of their streams, but I haven't seen Knight play before. Knight's been in a few of these, but I don't think they've made it to the streamed matches, or at least in a while.
I have played versus Vox. I think I played most against Vox out of anyone.
Is Vox finished? Out of curiosity.
Yeah. Yes.
Finished representation.
Yes. We are probably going to see H-Len most likely.
Okay.
From Vox.
Representing the H-Len. There's lots of H-Lens in the server. I think it's one of the more popular character picks.
Yeah, Vox is the reason why I hate H-Len so much. Or Lens in general.
I really respect that. I'm looking at the Discord, more Finns joining the server.
Yeah, the Finnish invasion has begun.
It truly has. I'm so ready. Hopefully we're not having a connection issue here. These two might be struggling to join each other.
If I read correctly, there was supposed to be one more Finnish player joining, but they fell asleep.
Right,
The tournament started.
It happens. That's the thing that Eleanor keeps doing. She keeps signing up and then being like, I might attend, but I might also fall asleep.
Get good night's sleep, everybody, please.
True. Sleep is important. It makes you better at Melty Blood. So, like, worthwhile investment if you think about it. I don't know.
Or you could be like me and just not sleep and just lab instead.
True. I don't know who Knight's gonna play. I think Knight plays quite a few characters, so there might be counterpicking here.
We will see. I haven't seen Knight play before.
Going for the green land. That's a cute color.
The devil character. Oh no.
Evil character. I think Len's one of those characters. Oh, random selecting, seeing who to play. Neko popping up. Alright, moving straight into it, picking a stage, probably smart. Everyone has their list of favorite stages that they go straight to in bracket, if possible.
Yeah, there's the library one that are very classic. Usually they do much.
True. The like house one.
Yeah.
What's it called? It's a classic home evening party. That's it. Ooh, cool combo immediately from Knight. Messing it up slightly with the invalid, but still getting some decent damage. That's the trademarked C-Arc difficult combo routing. Messing up the Tiger Knee. Going for a kind of risky ADP there, but missing.
Both players. Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
Getting on the offense. Nice.
Using the ice spikes to control some space. Both of them just kind of like weaving past each other, struggling to find a hit. Knight getting a little bit of a combo here. Showing off the like Tiger Knees. The lag spike kind of messing them up. Unfortunate. Fox finding quite a decent hit here into a knockdown.
EV's out. Does this kill? No, barely.
Ooh, yeah, just super jump forwards and getting trading. Unfortunate stuff, but yeah, Knight finding the first game here. Pretty Knight showing off some of that really difficult C-Arc combo routing. Nice stuff. I think Vincey's been showing a bit of that off recently, because Vincey's been on the C-Arc training, the C-Arc training montage.
C-Arc cool character, but very hard.
Nice, finds a counter hit.
Fails to convert, sadly.
Getting hit very late by the auto burst. Very late in hitbox.
Very rare air burst hitting.
Just walking back and forth. Ooh, nice counter poke from Vox there. Vox finding a pretty nice combo here. Invalid, but getting themselves a knockdown at least. Stuck behind the ice spike, but yeah, just
Mashes out.
Was that dive kick into immediate DP?
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. You love to see it. Dive kick. Dive kick whiffs. Fuck it. I'll DP. I just need one more hit. Knight trying to go for the air throw straight away, but it doesn't seem to work. Finding a little bit of a counter hit, but not super confident in that conversion, it seems.
Nice shield.
Straight into the loops, kind of showing off there. Messing up at the end though. High execution's gonna bite you in the ass if you're not ready for it. Sets the cat controlling that space, and Knight jumps into it. Manages to get that counter hit there. I think Vox saw the air dodge and wasn't confident swinging into it. Nice, hitting the loops. Clean stuff. Getting a full arc combo. Using the DP to air stall, kind of ballsy, just burst immediately after the hit. Baiting the shield by running through and then hitting the low. Just casually checking with 5A. Nice, finding a JA counter hit to clean that off. Knight is currently on set point.
Finds a nice hit. Fails to convert into a full combo. Fox finding a nice hit.
Nice, the counter hit trade. Trying to anti-air, but yeah, shielding most of it. Messing up the shields at the end. It can be kind of funky on moves like that have a big enough gap that you can't just like auto-shield every single one. But yeah, managing to get most of them. Nice conversion off of the air shield. Clean stuff from Knight. Straight in the corner, hitting Vox with the overhead and getting a proper confirm off of it. Hitting those Tiger Knees as well. Clean stuff from Knight. It's still early rounds though, so no one's warmed up. Hits the side switch straight into another overhead. Taking the set.
Very nice playing for both. especially Knight.
That was clean. I didn't realize that
That's
setup would leave them just out of corner, letting Knight get the side switch. Yeah, Knight knocking Vox into losers there and moving on to fight Smo in winners quarterfinals. That's gonna be an interesting match.
Puro saying Ark is always sick. Yeah, play C Ark, please. Start
True.
playing C Ark.
Play
Start playing.
the Arc, so you drop all your combos and then I win.
Yeah, please play C Ark.
It's true. You love to see it. Anyways, moving on. I think we're gonna watch some winners quarterfinals games in a second. Let's start with one of the ones down here. Let's watch Panshoot versus Asishan. But I'll show you guys the other parts of the bracket in just a second. Yeah, Panshoot taking it over Setsu, Asishan taking it over Pole 2. I think it's mostly according to seeding so far. Yeah, pretty clean 2-0 sweeps across winners round 2. I think Knight versus Vox was Vox put up a good showing, but I think Knight was just on point with the execution and lots of that neutral stuff. Specifically that air parry into the counter hit and then getting the full confirm off of it was really, really impressive.
Yeah, I don't know if Vox has had much experience with C Arc either, so it could have been a very new matchup. A good player as well.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen many Seahawks in EU. I suppose we're gonna have Vincey Seahawk when the training arc's finished and he's out of the time chamber he's practicing his combos in, but yeah, I don't really know many EUC arcs. I think lots of people are just turned off by the execution, which is fair.
Yeah, it's fair. Puro saying if I switch to C Arc, it's your fault, and Sones. Please switch. You get to experience the top tier life.
Living the top tier lifestyle, you get giga privileged buttons and pressure and combos and everything and damage. Hi Redhead Fritz. Hello. Furo's in the chat, that's the goat. Representing Finland.
My god didn't join this tournament even though I told him to join.
He's he needs time to lab and then show up even stronger. He's like charging up.
Nah, he would have won. It would have been too easy for him, so he had to give other people a chance to win.
Yeah, he has to give this up and coming new player Delta the chance to have a chance to take this bracket. It would be unfair otherwise. Awesome. We're gonna move straight into it then. Asishan's one of my favorite players to watch just because his Hrug is a very flashy Hrug. Flashy character, flashy player. But then also every time I've seen Panshoot play, Panshoot's been kind of on point. Panshoot's an incredibly good good Sikaku, probably the best in Europe. And straight into the nice combo. Getting those hits. Casual 5.3k, going for the side switch, rolling back to the other side. Kind of funky. 2-2C. Just to get out of the corner there, using that invul and plus frames. It doesn't have much invul, but once the dagger's out, it's out. It stays, even if she gets hit, so it can be quite a good reversal. Ooh, nice. Cool. The air dash back overhead.
A nice combo to finish it off.
Incredibly clean first round for Panshoot. Asishan just like stuck in the corner forever. Kind of messing up the combo here, but Asishan's got the corner pressure now. Welcome to the blocking Thunderdome. Stuck here forever. Pick up the knife again. Potentially another reset on the table. Dodging the knife. Tries to anti-air with the 5A, but Asishan's just a bit too high. Nice backdash, backdashing the attempt to approach. Knife conveniently lands right next to them. That's plot armor right there. Picks it up on wake up. Nice stuff from Asi. Asi again using it to control space, catching that jump out, but not getting a proper confirm.
It's a nice hit.
Oh, nice. Getting caught jumping out with that JB control. That JB controls so much space for this character.
That JB controls the universe.
True. Hitbox is the size of the entire damn screen. But yeah, Panshoot 1-up. Not really letting Asi-chan play, except that one time they managed to get some pressure started. But Asi-chan starting it off quite strong, going straight into this combo. That route leaves them just out of corner as well, which can be quite strong for this character because she has the roll through and stuff. Going straight for the setup.
Now we're getting the Ryoki blender.
Oh, nice. Catching the jump out.
Not letting backshot escape. Very nice throw. Very clean round.
Incredibly clean. That was like a reverse of the first round we saw where Panshoot ran Asi-chan over. That was just Panshoot just holding back and not being able to play the game.
Back into the blender.
Failed to pick up the knife. You saw Asi-chan try to, but barely miss. No knife.
Asi-chan is so good it doesn't need a knife.
True. It's kind of hard to run pressure on this character without knife though. She at least has rebeats, unlike Frug. But yeah, it can be kind of tricky. Ooh, getting hit by that button, trying to press something to anti-air, but Panshoot pressing the fast button to try and catch that anti-air timing. Very nice. 4.6k into knockdown, not bad at all. Going for the fire plant? Or the poison plant, sorry. Nice unblockable from Asi-chan, catching Panshoot there, not going for the shield. And yeah, just
very
spacing
nice.
trap.
With punish.
Yeah, just spacing trap with punish. Clean stuff. Asi-chan tying it out. 1-1.
Asi-chan not letting Pangsu to escape the corners.
Yeah, that's one of the like really good things about this character is if she has knife, her pressure is like kind of unfuckwithable unless you make some kind of commitment or EX guard her out. Doing some clean pressure here. Getting caught by the overhead. Straight into Cactus. Going for the overhead again to roll. Catching it, an attempt to jump out with the sweep there. Straight into another knockdown. Asi-chan's going to be blocking for the round here. Panshoot backing up, giving Asi-chan a bit of space so they can they can gather their bearings.
Oh. Again with that jumping.
Yeah, the JB. It controls so much space. It's so massive. Dagger lands right there, so it's not too dire, but no dagger in corner. A big combo from Panshoot here. 4.9k, not bad. Nice shield bunker when Panshoot was crossed up as well. So the shield bunker put Panshoot in the corner. Throwing the knife, keeping the pressure on. Some nice EX guarding, but yeah, Panshoot messing it up there. Getting the sweep to put themselves out of the corner. Baiting the shield. Baiting the shield with the delayed timing. This is looking really,
corner
really good.
to corner.
Yeah, Asi-chan not blocking on wake up and alt F4ing out after getting hit by that plant. Nice stuff from Panshoot.
I respect that.
Nice stuff from Panshoot though. Panshoot taking the game pretty cleanly at the end there. I think that final round was dire for Asi-chan. Just a big combo into some pressure into another big combo. And then when Asi-chan finally got out of that corner, straight back into the pressure. Yeah, nice try from Asi-chan though, but Panshoot coming out on top. Even though Panshoot asked me to make them fight Vert, still finding the win over Asi-chan anyways, knocking Asi-chan into losers bracket straight away.
Very nicely played by both. I personally have played versus Asi-chan once in a tournament. It was not fun.
Yeah, I lost to Panshoot in Fuckfest. To be fair, I was playing the worst Melty I've ever played in Fuckfest, but
It happens. It happens.
It happens. I basically just couldn't play for a week because I was so busy. So my first time playing was bracket. It's dire. Let's watch Gamer Latuva versus Homu next.
Alright.
Yeah, how's losers bracket looking? I actually haven't had a big look at it. Paul 2 taking in a close game over Darius, both beginner bracket people. Paul 2 graduated a few weeks ago. I say a few, but it's like a month ago now.
I don't want to talk about it.
Sane does not want to talk about that. Yeah, Roy Bread taking over June. Yasin over Alka. Yasin versus Tanuki is going to be an interesting match. I've seeded them right next to each other. Honestly, this could go either way. Vox versus Maple. I think Vox is the highest seed here, but Maple is known for upsets. She managed to beat Tanuki and Vassive of the way, just randomly despite the seeding. Setsu says, "Who is Paul 2?" Oh yeah, Paul 2 doesn't have their Discord name set. Oops. How else is some of these going? I think that's mainly it. Yeah. I'm scrolling around this bracket. But yeah, fan favorite Homu Homu versus Gamer Latuva. Gamer Latuva is getting ridiculously good very, very fast as well.
What do they play?
They play F Shion.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Do you know much about F Shion?
I tried to learn F-Shion at one point, but it was too hard.
Oh yeah. F Shion has the Kia loops, which is probably the bit that you thought was too hard.
Also the stubby normals were pretty hard as well.
Oh yeah, true.
So I picked the easier character Zero.
Famously easy character Zero.
Yeah.
He's privileged, but he's not easy.
It's so damn sad that there isn't a Zero playing, so I cannot downplay the character.
Yeah, that's the distinction I think people need to make more, is like privileged versus easy. Some characters are privileged and easy, some characters are privileged and hard, some characters are easy and not privileged. There's kind of like a two axes to that.
Then we have Nero over here.
It's the green trench coat you never want to see in bracket.
The WhatsApp Nero terrorizing people.
So I fought
inside and outside.
I fought Webster the other night. I lost 10-0. I got my ass handed to me. I think lots of Europe doesn't know this matchup very well as well. Because there's only really two scenario players. Straight into it, Gamer Latuva getting a knockdown, trying to keep Homer in the corner, but Homer with the forward jump JB. But it's just swinging buttons, Homer finding a hit here. This is really scary. F Shion has a reversal, a pretty good one as well. She can do a reversal if she wants to feign, because that a reversal she can EX cancel, even if it's blocked. Nice, straight into the Kia Leaps here. Look at this damage, by the way. 5.1k.
Big damage.
Tech chase, but Homi forward rolling out of corner, so the tech chase doesn't catch. Going for that 5 charged C combo. Crows are on screen. Gamer Latuva just blocking respectfully. Going for 2 overheads into a land into low. Kind of weird shield from Gamer Latuva, but getting guard broken. Not enough EX guarding. Straight into another combo. He is on screen. Gamer Latuva getting hit with the fuzzy overhead. And yeah, pretty quick round for Homi.
Pretty quick round.
I don't envy you, by the way. Commentating C Nero when you don't even know what he's doing is difficult. I don't know how to fight this character, but I do know what he does.
I just know that the Wrigley is no longer on normals and summoning.
True, yeah. Going over the snake, but ooh, yeah. Not properly having enough hit stun to actually beat that. Homi just immediately anti-airing into another combo here. Nice stuff. Getting the... Ooh, a bit too high for the throw ender, just cooling deer. But Game of 2 are immediately swinging, but you have to respect that deer.
It's never your turn.
This is looking pretty dominant. Homi choosing to back up and keep Game of 2 in the corner, but Game of 2 finding it out. But they're getting tagged anyways. Homi taking a pretty fast first game there. Yeah, JB's a really strong mix-up tool. JB's 2 hits, and they're both overheads. And it hits quite low, so he can do fuzzy overhead setups on it. Yeah, like that hit really high, but still managed to connect. Using the meter to put the crows down. Getting hit by the second hit of the overhead, switching to crouch block a bit too soon. The deer's on screen. But yeah, just DPing out, but you have to respect the deer. Still managing to find a way out of the corner by getting hit by it though. 5C anti-air. Yeah, unlucky. This is a set point for Homer already. Game is kind of struggling to get their offense started today.
Dragon versus Nero is normal though.
Yeah, true. Deer's on screen, goes over the snake, and super jumps to escape the deer. But getting tagged. Invalid combo, but still manages to get it. Bit too high, bit too low for the F ender, and just sets deer. Nice shield from Homu, catching the reversal button there. Just trying to control space with JC. Nice shield from Game Latuva.
Nice shield.
Finally finding an opening. Only 2.1k though, and Homu's still got like heat activation on the table. Tech out of the corner, finds the hit. Nice tech chase from Game Latuva there. That automatically picks the side as well.
Nice shield.
That was a very long hold shield. Messing up the combo that would have given them the round as well. All they needed to do was like DP or air throw and they would have taken that. Unlucky stuff. This is like a last hit situation for both of them. And Homu finding the low and taking it over Game Latuva straight into the Alt F4 from Game Latuva.
I respect it. I would do the same.
That was a fast set as well.
Very fast set.
Speed running this thing.
Nero is a very hard character to play against, especially if gets summons out. You just have to respect them, even if you get the hit. It's very annoying.
From what I've been told, is the main thing you're supposed to do is try your best to just like keep him locked down, like pin down in the corner or pin down in pressure as much as possible, because he has pretty bad defense. His buttons aren't super fast. He has terrible movement. And especially if it's F Nero who doesn't have access to like wake up heat activation, it can be really difficult for Nero to escape just getting like locked in the corner. I think the general game plan is you need to get your pressure and take advantage of it as much as possible. But it can be kind of tricky when like you're struggling in neutral against the summons and then you get one hit on block and then you have to like immediately switch your brain straight away to, okay, what should I do to keep them locked down? I always struggle with that. Every time I get in against Nero, I always just panic and autopilot my pressure and push him out. You know,
and if you get hit, random stray hit by Nero, you are flying into the corner and you have to stay there if you don't find a way to get out.
Yeah, he has pretty good convertibility over most of his normals. Mainly because JC is very versatile. Because it is massive, lots of his stuff will knock you upwards. So he can do like button into like a button that launches and then do JC. Or he can get a straight air hit, land, and then do like rejump JC. It's very versatile just because it's massive.
Yeah, and then there's the GB, which is also a criminal move.
Yeah.
The character summon stay even if Nero is hit, which I understand was not the intended purpose of them. If I remember correctly, they were supposed to not stay if Nero gets hit, but they left it in for some reason.
I've noticed the more I play this game, the more I notice things that definitely were like bugs that are just in the game. One of my characters B&Bs, it has a land. It has a part of the combo where you land and then you jump again. But for some reason, if you do that immediately, it is counted as like a jump cancel and it takes away from your 2 jump cancels per combo limit. So you have to like land and then wait a bit so the game doesn't count it as a rejump and then jump again. It's kind of funky.
Course of playing a Kusoge. Yeah.
True, yeah. It's just an old game thing. They can't really go back and patch it now, and I don't think they want to acknowledge the existence of this game if possible. So
yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. Ineos says you have to be wary of heat. Yeah. Senior having heat activation is like a big benefit he has over F Nero, who can only do it in max mode. just because it's a pretty decent defensive option for him, considering he doesn't really have like super good reversal or mash options. Are these two in the game yet? I hope they are. I'm struggling to join.
Are we getting drunk?
Oh, no, I found it. Sometimes it doesn't let me join for some reason.
You have the evil version of CC Caster.
My CC caster is notoriously fucked as well.
It's just very cursed. It doesn't want to work.
It never works when I'm streaming. It works every other time. It just doesn't like working when I'm live. It hates me and wants me down. Yeah, but I think we're going straight into it. Are they on the wrong... Did I mark them as the wrong sides? Hold on. I did. Ah, tragic. People making it as hard for me as possible by selecting each other's characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, Smo versus Knight. Smo's probably the best player in Europe, but Knight is certainly not a person to scoff at. Picking the Viaki here, the F-Viaki here. Knight plays a lot of different characters, so it's kind of difficult for me to seed them. Just because how well they do on each character varies depending on how well they know the character. Setting up the pits, controlling lots of space with those setups. This is the Smo stage, by the way. This is Smo's favorite stage. It's knockdown. Into some loops on pressure, getting the setup, but Smo dashing out. Holds shield, but yeah, the rock hits really late and punishes it. Rock setup, shields it, but gets thrown, yeah. When you shield something, it removes throw protection. So one of the punishes to shielding set play is to just like run up and throw them or run up, come on, grab.
And FPCL can very punish it very heavily.
Knight is really trying to shield a lot of this stuff, but Smo is so on point with punishing it. Using the missile. That missile was really good. Locking Knight into the corner preemptively. Expecting them to back up like that. Nice stuff. Straight into the loops. Dumping meter for damage. Going for the fuzzy. Gets the overhead. Straight back into the loops. Knight not allowed to play the game this round, it seems.
Never your turn.
Shield finally working there. Using it to get out of the corner and make a setup to push Smo into, but kind of dropping it for some reason, and Smo finding a hit to finish it off and take the game.
This is a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, it's kind of funky. Smo is navigating this incredibly well. Like that missile was on point, just like preemptively expecting a Knight to back up and land instead of continuing to push forwards. Knight trying to find a good opening. Nice, catches that with the whiff punish. 4.3k off of that tiny combo, by the way. Pressing some buttons, trying to control some space. Yeah, but getting caught by the charged rock there. Smo going for a throw reset combo. Nice.
And now we're back in the loops.
True. Mashing out pretty successfully, stopping Smo from being able to do a mix-up there, even if they still had to block rock afterwards. Tries to jump out, but yeah, the rock knows you're trying to jump out. Trying to control some space with more projectiles. Knight backing up, seemingly unsure of what to do here. Getting tagged by rock straight into the XDP to take it to set point here. Ineos says, damn, I need to write down that conversion. Nice, finding a counter hit there. Kind of scrambly, but into a knockdown. They can take good advantage of this, but Smo immediately jumping out. Straight into a throw. Knight ended up on the wrong side, so Smo just like picked him up and threw him again. That's the counter hit as well. Another big combo. some big damage as well. That's the Effiaki health right there. Goes for the overhead, but that is a safe jump. Gets the throw punish as well. This character combos off a throw. Finishing it off with the rocket for style. Nice. Smo taking it a very, very clean 2-0. I think Knight just didn't know what to do there. I think Knight was really struggling.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either. Watching small plays is so brutal.
Yeah, Smo was on point. Smo was on point with punishing all of those shield attempts, and then Smo was also on point with just controlling space so effectively in neutral. That missile shot was so good. But yeah, towards the end there, when Knight had that spacing in neutral in the final game, they just kind of like stood there, completely unsure of how to approach this character straight before getting anti-ed by the rock. It can be really, really difficult to approach a good FPCL player like Smo. Very clean stuff from Smo there. Smo's on a clean run so far, 2-0s.
We'll see if he continues his tradition of not losing a single match and winning.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Smo is yet to lose a single set in any Vermillion versus.
Out here terrorizing people.
Literally just here to kick ass and take names, I think. Game of the Team are throwing some toxicity in the chat right now, saying BG's on a win. Crazy. I love this guy, man. Yeah, Game of the Team has moved on to lose round 5 and stuff. But yeah,
insane levels of toxicity going on.
But yeah, in losers, how's this been going? Roy taking it over Wilku. That's very, very good. Knight v Roy would be an interesting match to see. Asishan knocking Tanuki out of the bracket. Tanuki having a pretty good run here though. I think this is how was that? Yeah, that's 2-2. Not bad at all. I think Yasin had a good run as well. If my bracket lets me scroll all the way down. Vox losing to Maple 2-0. Oh wow, Maple's moving on to losers round 4. Clean stuff.
It's important to remind yourself that losing to these well-known criminals in here, it's no shaming losing them. It's still a good game.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially with how many people, how many like amazing players showed up in the last half an hour of the check-ins. This is a stacked bracket. I think the top 8's going to be quite competitive. So if you even make top 12 and you lose to like third seed, do not be sad about that. That is a good placement.
It's easy to get tilted about it, but it will happen, and it's normal that it happens.
Maple says, "I'm here to play." Yeah, Maple, you're doing really, really well so far. You're in losers round 4. Please, can people hover over their characters? It makes my life easier.
Have to make it as hard as possible.
I know, I'm gonna make guesses. People just love gambling. They want to make me guess as much as possible. It's like I'm fighting F Oracle. I'm stuck in Blue Flame. Alright.
Thanks for saying I hope Delta loses, and goddamn.
The thing is, if Delta takes this bracket, Delta will be the first person to win 2 in a row.
No. Smo is here just to gatekeep people from winning twice in a row.
Yeah, it's true. Smo's already won 3 of these, but not consecutively. Smo's been enjoying like every other one. But Smo's been doing amazing.
If Smo will join every time, it will just be a dominance.
True. Smo plays an evil character, but honestly, Smo plays them in such an enjoyable way. You just get to see someone get like ran over, and then Smo will do something stupid, like just shoot rockets in neutral for no reason. Smo was doing that against Homu. Smo was just like spamming rockets in neutral. And I think because of Nero movement, Homu was actually really struggling with it. Alright. Actually, Vert might be hovering over his character because he does play Xion. Ah, I was right.
Betting all on red and winning.
True. It was so funny the past two beginner brackets where people have literally been like making like bets on who places where.
You have to gamble.
Truly, this community is just full of gamblers through and through. People committed to the bet. Nice, getting the throw there. This is another character that combos off with their thrower, so Miyaka's like stagger pressure strike throw game can be really, really scary.
No character should be able to combo from throw.
So nice space control there, finding the low there, getting a full conversion off of it as well, getting Vert in the corner.
Nice throw.
Straight into another one. Truly brutal. Spending the meter on the knockdown again. Not too much damage off of the throw though. Throws scale pretty heavily. Vert just taking them. This is not a character you can keep taking throws against. That's the main thing. Pretty clean round for Delta. Vert playing very, very respectful on defense and kind of getting blown up for it. Vert's jumping around, looking for a hit in neutral, playing kind of patient still. Getting the air counter.
Nice.
There we go, finally jumps the throw. Still stuck in the corner here, but nice DP, just not letting Delta keep them there. Finding a falling hit, but Vert bursting Delta back into the corner. Delta immediately swinging with sweep. Knowing that Vert would go for some kind of reset because they're on a very stubby character, Delta just swings and finds that hit, taking the first game here.
Delta didn't come to block.
Vert is here to block, and Delta is here to never block, ever. This is like two sides of the same coin.
This character did so much damage.
I know. If she gets a nice hit, she can do like a shit ton of damage. The overhead right there. Some decent damage off of that. 4k off an overhead, not bad. Choosing to back up. Vert trying to take some space here with the jump. Just stopping, seeing what Delta does, jumping over the sweep that time. And just DP's out again.
Nice DP.
I think Vert looks like they're really uncomfortable in neutral against this character. Nice, finding a counter hit though and picking it up. Straight into the restand extension. And going for the left-right, but yeah, blocking same side and Delta taking it to set point with a mash. Delta really is not blocking. Delta is just swinging straight away.
I respect it. Wasted the shield, nice.
Clean stuff. Spending the meter to get cleaner Kia loops. Nice stuff. Straight into the standing combo extension right there. That's 4.7k, not bad, but a lot of meter spent. But Delta, again, just mashing and finding a hit. Vert keeps going for those resets, and I think Delta's onto it. And just straight up, just mashing, pressing buttons for fun.
Nice mix-up. And Delta again, not blocking.
They're using the gun. I think C Xion is plus frames on the gun. So it can be a lot scarier than like F Xion. But yeah, just throw. Vert taking their first round so far. I think Vert's getting a bit more comfortable. But Miyako can be kind of scary just because her movement's a bit explosive. Nice, finding a 5A counter and getting loops off of it as well. Going straight for the tech chase and Delta teching back and getting caught for it. Swinging at nothing. Possibly trying to whiff punish, but Delta playing a bit patient there and actually not pressing straight away. Pressing on a slight delay. Tries to air throw, but Delta double jumps and gets the punish. Air throw is raw air throw can be a very, very risky option if you're going for like kind of gambly guesses like that. Gets another hit, this might finish it. Yeah.
All of these matches are going very quickly.
I know, I think we're still on the part of the bracket where people are getting kind of ran over. I wasn't expecting that to go as quickly as it did. I think Vert was just not super comfortable in the matchup, and you could tell. There were lots of times where Vert was in neutral and not sure what to do. And Delta was kind of committing hard to mashing on Wake Up there. I think Delta knew, okay, this is a stubby character. They're going to keep going for resets because C Xion goes for lots of resets. And just kept trying to call out the resets with an immediate mash. And I think Vert wasn't catching on. Vert kept getting like far buttons, and then immediately trying to dash in for a reset and getting tagged for it by like an immediate 2C from Delta. A nice try though,
Yeah,
but I think Vert just didn't have enough time to get super comfortable fighting Delta.
that was my proper first time seeing Miyako gameplay, and why does that character hurt so much?
well, that's the thing. F Miyako is the best character in the game.
Ah, okay. We finally found the downplay for Zero.
Yeah. F Miyako is the best character, and then probably C Miyako, and then probably H Miyako, and then Sira, and then like F
No,
Miyako.
no. Then we have the Nikos just below Miyako.
Yeah. Next up, we're going to be moving straight down to losers round 5, where we have Game Latuva versus Knight. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, we saw Game Latuva earlier, kind of struggling a bit against Homu, struggling more than usual against Homu, but yeah, it can be kind of tricky against playing like a stubby character into a character like Nero.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what Knight will play.
Yeah, definitely. Knight, of course, having like the Swiss Army knife of characters, just playing everyone. We have some interesting matchups here though. In winner semifinals later, we're gonna have Delta versus Panshoot, which is gonna be exciting to watch. I'm so ready for that. Panshoot's here for blood, I think. Panshoot, of course, not having played in one of these brackets ever since the legendary coin flip incident. This is the first time Panshoot's been back since then.
I'm not. I haven't heard of the coin flip incident.
Oh, don't worry about it. And then we have
Okay.
Smo versus Homu. This is a quite common run back. We've seen quite a few times. Smo being the ultimate person to gatekeep Homu from brackets. Smo enters just to stop Homu from winning.
Truly a nuclear war matchup.
True. Homu really struggles in that matchup, but I honestly think a lot of it is Homu's knows he's like uncomfortable because he's a bit scared of Smo. Homu doesn't play normal against Smo. He does lots of like jump, back jump, block and stuff. Honestly, I think if Homu just managed to keep his composure in that matchup and just play it the way he usually does, he'd do a lot better. But I think he's a bit uncomfortable in that matchup just because Smo is a force of nature, and if Smo gets a hit, Smo will just like bully you in the corner for the rest of the game. It is scary, but you do have to keep your composure as much as possible.
Yeah, again, it's when you have character like PCL versus Nero. If CL gets into Nero in the corner, there's nothing too much Nero can do.
Yeah, especially I think that character really struggles against Rock. I think Rock hits a bit earlier on him because he's taller. But again, he doesn't have the best defensive options, and lots of the starts of FPCL pressure are like spaced as well, so it can be kind of tricky to heat activate out or whatever. Game Latuva on their secondary right now. They've been messing around with FLCO in tournament quite a bit recently.
FLCO is a nice character to see being played. I'm going to see Tohono as the second character.
This character can be quite scary, especially when you're stuck in the corner against like Blue Flame. FLCO with you in the corner with Mita is kind of terrifying. But this character is really fun to see. People describe her as simple, but she does have like quite funky stuff and quite technical stuff, mainly because she uses the orbs for space control and things. I think she is simpler than like Cialco, but
character is only as simple as the player makes the character to be.
Exactly, yeah. This character is easy to learn, but hard to master, I think, is the generic. I think that's most characters in Mal too, but especially with how technical her orbs can get. Yeah, putting up a wall there. Knight playing carefully, ducking under them. Choosing to block the orb there. Going for the reset and catching Game Latuva with that frame trap. Only getting 1.7k off of it though. That's the kind of funky damage that some characters can have off of far confirms. Jumping around. Some nice movement from Knight. Nice. Getting some OTG damage and then straight into a reset. Game Latuva choosing to press there, and Knight taking the first round.
Very nice and quick.
Jumping around, getting hit by the back hit of JC. Unlucky stuff. Nice, going for the land into the low, and Game Latuva not blocking it. Going for the empty into throw there, but Game Latuva just mashing straight away on that pressure. He's like, I'm tired of getting hit by this mix. I'm just going to press. Straight into some pressure. Baits the shield, but just chooses to back up. I think a bit uncomfortable punishing it. Finding a hit for 3k. Getting Game Latuva in the corner, but Game Latuva just DPing straight out.
Both players scrambling for hits.
Nice pressure. Game Latuva swinging the overhead at nothing. Knight using it as an opportunity to jump out and get a punish. We're seeing some honest to god melty footsies here. Game Latuva really using that orb to like hide behind it and turtle a bit. But Knight is like, Knight's movement is on point, looking for like a good opening and then like maneuvering around it. Tries to air throw. Nice, just dash up throw, catching the start of that button and getting them the first game.
Very clean playing.
I think Game Latuva's going to character select, switching back to their main character. Nope, they're pulling out another secondary. Game Latuva's tired of this F Shion character. Pulling out the F Miyako. This is really is a Miyako bracket.
There are too many. One is too much.
True. Nice air dash back. Goes for the overhead, but some funky count hits going on. Last time we saw this character from Game Latuva, they were kind of really struggling with certain combos. Same with FL Oracle. I think it's an interesting choice to gamble everything on Miyako because, of course, they can't switch again. They're committed for the rest of the bracket, even if they win this game, because you can only switch on loss. Nice, getting the 5A anti-air. Straight into a knockdown.
Nice shield.
Tries to catch the backdash, but Game Latuva is really fast with it. Tagged with the low, but no conversion. Kind of funky counter hit trade. Straight into an anti-air from Knight, but messing up the conversion a bit. Bit too high. Both of them just swinging buttons, trying to control some space here. Looking for a good opening. Lots of backdashing. Popping heat, but getting caught straight away jumping by Game Latuva. Interesting stuff. This is some funky neutral. Is there like lag or something? Is this like?
Is this what real melty neutral looks like?
This looks like high. This looks like high ping neutral to me. Game Latuva immediately starting it off with a button there. Oh, the lag spike kicks in. Do we need a connection test? Is this what everyone's fiending for? Everyone desperately wants that connection test. Maple says lost to 12th. Not bad. Congratulations. Yeah, it looked kind of choppy last round. It certainly looks choppy again. You're correct, Finder. Jazz says this high-level play. Nice, finding the hit with the overhead. Both of them playing through the lag, I think. Yeah, counter hit. Nice shield, yeah. I've got to do that more, just like shielding in reaction to EX flashes. It's really good in this game. Maybe finishing it off here? Yeah. Game Latuva ult F4ing out. I think the connection there was terrible or something. That was kind of funky, but a nice try. Game Latuva knocked out at 7th place. Knight taking it.
Very nice as a zero player seeing melty footsie that have been talked about a lot. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that Game Latuva didn't go for their main character. Instead playing 2 different secondaries, F Oracle and F Miyako. Game Latuva might be having a bit of a crisis of faith in F Shion and her ability to do it recently, just because of matchups like playing into Homu. Although, I think F Oracle might have an okay matchup into Nero. I think Miyako loses. Missed coin flip opportunity, says Smo. Yeah. The people. I got everyone excited about the coin flip. The viewers topped up to like 54. Everyone was so ready for it. They're like, "Oh boy, I can't wait for another Vermillion Versus classic connection
we
test."
we couldn't see the twin, South Towers.
No connection test yet, people.
I
But,
saw Smo talking about the Nero and FPCL matchup,
what did they
if
say?
I can find it. It was when I talked about Nero having some struggles getting out, probably Smo said he actually has better defense than almost every other guy against FPCL. His stand shield is broken and he
Oh,
has
really?
really good options against page pressure.
Oh, wow. Does he actually? I guess blocking rocks sooner is probably a bad thing because it's less advantage as well. But is his heat activation really good? I guess he has good shield buttons to deal with lots of the angles that you're at.
Yeah. It's either Smo is telling the truth or trying to downplay it. I trust Smo.
Web is in the other call. If we need a Nero consultant, we can drag Web in. Web can give everyone like a tutorial on the character.
Yeah.
Half the time I hear stuff about Nero, I just like disregard it because I think most people seem to have like contradictory opinions on what's strong or what's bad or like how matchups go. I think people have a tendency to say their character loses to Nero when they don't, just because people don't know the matchup.
Smo saying his shield extends a lot, so you can't space rock to call it out.
Anyways, we're going to be moving into AACC versus Vert. AACC, we love to see AACC. That's the GOAT. And Vert kind of struggled in the last match we saw against Delta. Kind of playing really cautious and getting blown up for it. And struggling to get much started, but hopefully they have a better time against AACC. Of course, H. Ryogi is another character who makes you block forever and runs you over. So we'll see how this goes.
It's a knowledge check versus a knowledge check, basically.
Kind of. I think CCL is, or I think C Xion is pretty intuitive on what she's doing. If you just know that guns plus and you know where the 50-50 is, it's like there's not much there to catch you by surprise. I think Frug is too. If you just know that daggers plus and you know what her pressure looks like.
Yeah.
There's a few left rights she can do where she pulls you out of corner. I'm pretty sure they're reactable and fuzzable though. They can catch you off guard if you're not looking for them. Nice combo from Vert, very, very flashy. Getting a solid 4.8k, going for the side switch. Making an attempt to shield bunker. AACC going for it again as well. I think that was just standing shield.
A very quick round again.
Yeah, Vert putting up a lot better of a showing than they did against Delta earlier. I suppose Delta's like boulder rolling downhill. Nice, empty into throw. Just keeping Vert locked down in this corner. Still has dagger as well. Yeah, using 2-2C to reset. Picking up dagger halfway through the pressure. Really, really hard to deal with that, by the way. Vert trying to jump out and finding a decent hit, getting themselves out of the corner. Both of them kind of just swinging buttons. Yeah, that's very, very plus. Straight into a throw knockdown. Techs out and doesn't get punished for it. I think Vert was a bit too high to punish there. If they landed sooner, they might have been able to. Straight into EX gun, just keeping AACC off them, but AACC finding the run in anyways. Trying to catch a jump out attempt with that JB. Just run under. Very ballsy. Dagger barely missing. Tries to spot dodge the gun, but yeah, that's multi-shot gun.
Pick up the knife.
Yeah, AACC winning the tech out race right there. Teching out slightly faster and pressing that button slightly faster. It's like a quick draw in the Wild West whenever that happens. It's quite fun.
Need another way to gamble.
True, we love gambling on the quick draw. Just DPing out.
Nice DP.
Clean anti-air, straight into a little combo that gives Vert a knockdown. Vert going for some strike throw here. Keeping Assy in the corner with the gun and catching the jump out timing with it repeatedly. Very nice run out of corner from Vert, calling out that reset attempt. Clean stuff. Vert taking the first game here.
We're having a much more space to show gameplay.
Yeah, true. Yeah, playing a lot more confident in this game than they did against Delta earlier. Nice, getting caught trying to jump out with the low. Straight into another big combo. Going for the... Yeah, that is funky. I think they can do a route that leaves you point blank with the wall, and a route that leaves you slightly out of it. And if you're flush with the wall, and then they do the roll, it looks like it's gone through, but it's actually same side. And if you're not, then it actually does go through. It's really funky. I think it is a knowledge check.
Mix.
I think it is a knowledge check, but yeah, it can be kind of scary. Straight into the cow leaps, clean stuff. Messing them up slightly and not getting the ender, but some decent damage anyways. Resting straight out, some pressure here.
Convert.
Yeah, finds the counter anyways straight after dropping. Not too bad. Straight into the Kia loops, 4.7k. Again, too high to tech chase. I think Asi-chan knows that that's too high to tech chase. But popping heat, getting some health back, and keeping Asi-chan stuck in the corner here. Nice shield there.
Very nice shield.
Straight into this cool loop. This is quite high execution, so it's quite easy to mess up.
How long does this last?
I know, it's cool. It's a really cool loop.
Very cool.
This character can be kind of flashy when she has a good hit. The damage was quite low. I don't know what the starter on the loop was, but I think it's usually higher. Nice. Heat activated at a really bad time. RC having still full health there. I think this character has good ways to just dump meter as well. Like if you block anything, they can just 2DC. But generally in Half Moon, you want to time it so that your meter maxes out when you actually need the heat instead of early. Because you recover with no heat in half, or no meter in Half Moon.
Yeah.
Both kind of like scrambling for hits here. Asi-chan managing to get some pressure here, just backing up, playing it safe. Getting a hit, catching Vert, trying to jump out of the corner. Playing it cautious, Vert finding a low against Asi-chan, taking it to set point.
Vert finding a places to do DP.
Yeah.
Very.
Some funky neutral going on. I think there's a lag spike there waiting through. You love to see it with online brackets.
Yeah, it seems to be very laggy.
all these Xion players, huh?
The graph is going through the roofs.
True, just give me a second. Pan shoot calling for the coin flip. Oh lord. This meme will follow me to the grave, quite frankly. Epic connection happening, Asi-chan talking in Discord chat during the game. Finding a hit. Do we count this?
We will see how the players feel about it.
Let's see how the players feel, if they want to play this out. But just blocking. Straight into some strike throw for Asi-chan. Some funky air dashing around. Yep, the auto burst managing to catch Vert there. Straight into some more stagger pressure. Some funky stuff from Vert, just run up 5A jump cancel, possibly trying to bait something. Maybe a bunker? But yeah, Vert finding a pretty decent hit into 4.3k. Not the flashiest combo, but that meter dump does do a bit of damage. Baiting the shield with the delayed button there. To another knockdown. Straight into the overhead.
Very nice. Fails to convert, unfortunately.
Kind of funky burst. Not managing to hit anything. Asi-chan got Vert straight in the corner here. Probably going to win by timeout there. How do the players feel about this? Do we count that? I'll just ask. Do we count that? Yeah, the timeout that happened because there were so many connections. Asi-chan says they're fine with it. Alright. Congratulations, Asi-chan, on making it to 7th place. Kinda jank the connections with these Xion players. I don't know what it is with Xion players and connections, but
it's like Nanaya players.
Yeah, Wi-Fi's okay if you're close to the router, it's true.
Inya saying, can we get a good con in EU? No, it's not possible.
It's illegal to have a good connection here.
Yeah, it's only legal when it's the same country, but the second is a second country now. It
Hmm.
immediately falls flat.
Yeah, but Gamer Silver and Asishan in 7th place. Congratulations both of you. This has been a pretty rough bracket, especially in this portion of the bracket and winners quarterfinals. These have been rough matches, but congratulations, guys. But we're moving on to winners semifinals now. Who do you want to see first? Delta versus Panshoot or Smo versus Homo?
Let's see Smo versus Homo. I'm very interested in that matchup.
Yeah, this is interesting. Homu's really struggled against Smo, and honestly, I don't think it's just because Smo's really good. Smo is really good, but Homu's been playing really weird against Smo. He's been playing really defensive and not like establishing and taking space in the way that he normally does. He's yeah, he plays like a different person when he's fighting Smo, and it's kind of a weird thing that we've noticed. So we'll see if we can keep it together this week. But this is usually his bracket demon right here. To be fair, Smo is everyone's bracket demon.
Yeah, let's see if Homo can conquer the demons.
Vox says Shion and Nania are very melty characters, hence they have a melty connection. Yeah, they're
Very
playing
true.
on hotel Wi-Fi in like the bathroom in the hotel lobby, where the
Nanaya
venue is.
the Cyan players just have a bad connection, and Nanaya players just kick their routers every second.
It's true. They're constantly DPing their routers. It's how they win. The way they make it so you don't block their mix up is they like kick their router so the lag goes really high, and then they do like the most whack ass 4-way mix up with like high ping. Good luck.
Truly the most unblockable evil mixes.
True, it's true. Whack ass Nania mix ups. You love to see it though. Vox says, yeah, but the kicking is okay because you're close to the router. It's true. You have to be close
True.
to the router to kick it. Maybe by kicking their router, they're proving that they're close to the router, and therefore the Wi-Fi is okay.
Here's a tip for all the Nanaya players that are Wi-Fi warriors. Open your window. It actually helps.
That's it.
Yeah, it's an actual thing that helps somewhat. It's not as good as getting just a cable, but it helps a little bit. Especially if your house is very thick with like bricks.
Yeah, if you're in a thick European house in certain parts of Europe, it can.
If you're in a house that's built that isn't built out of paper, like in America, then yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy to me that like American houses are like mostly like paper mixed with other shit. That's crazy.
Had to build them fast.
It's true. Yeah, I'm excited to see this. I'm mainly Homu's been proving himself to be a more adaptable player than I think people have given him credit for. He still loves teching on every single knockdown and pressing buttons and shit, but he is capable of like changing his game plan and adapting. He's been surprisingly good in the clutch as well, which you would not expect. But I'm excited to see whether he can keep his composure this game. Immediately straight into Smo's pressure there. Going for a funky combo, throwing Homu back into the corner.
This FPS combos are so cool to watch.
I know, I really like this character's combo routing. I think the loops are long as hell, but they are really cool to watch. And lots of the like air throw extensions and stuff, they're really fun. Straight into a throw as well, another combo. Probably not even getting like a second to breathe in neutral here, just straight getting ran over. Lucky on wake up, playing quite cautious and getting caught trying to press there. Smo taking a perfect straight away.
Very nice patient by Smo.
Yeah. Only jumping around, trying to swing, but Smo, run up DP. That DP isn't invincible frame 1, but it does have some invincibility on it, so it can be quite scary, especially with it being safe on block. So it loses to like meaties and certain frame traps, but if you leave a big enough gap, she can go for it. Yeah, straight into another throw, running and throwing you before the rock hits. Very, very scary, especially with this character's throw reward.
Mo not giving a second of a breather for Homo.
That whiff punish was crazy. That button moves so far forward, straight in. That was an air tick throw. blocks the rock, air dashes forwards, air throw. That's crazy.
The second Homu gets a space to press, it's immediately shut down.
Legitimately, yeah. That was a crazy, crazy tick throw there. Air rock, air dash behind it, then throw. Just jumping over the snake. And again, using those missiles really effectively against Nero. A character without good mobility can't really move out of the way of them. Nice air
Very
tick
nice
throw
air
again.
throw.
Again with the blocking rock straight into an air throw. Really clean.
It's just brutal.
It is brutal. Damage isn't super high off the throws, but yeah. Homu just keeps taking these throws. Homu is holding down back. Ooh, tries to shimmy, but yeah, those buttons are pretty big. Homu trying to jump out, but yeah, just missile spam catching him. It's already set point for Smo.
This was... Oh, Jesus.
This is brutal. Homu's finally getting some offense started, hitting Smo with that overhead. Some decent damage here as well.
A very nice damage into the air.
Baits the shield as well with the empty jump. Yeah, Homu has a lot of meter to work with. He can always reset into Crow. Nice spot dodging the shield counter, but Smo going for it straight away. Popping IH, getting some health back. Nice, Homu getting another catch. Homu seeming to... Now that Homu's got a bit of space in neutral, they're seeming to do a lot better. Hitting the Ether Ender as well and popping Crow. Smo tries to dash out. I think this character's dash block's okay. He gets caught by the
Homu
overhead.
finds the overhead, yeah.
Now, this is dire for Homu, but Homu has been surprisingly good in the clutch. Like the incident with Vinci that I'm not allowed to talk about. The getting reverse 3-0'd and lose finals. Nice, catching the tech out of corner. Some more combos there. Not getting the proper ender and Smo just mashing out. Now this is big because Homu's been really struggling against Smo's pressure. Smo teleports out of corner, but yeah, Smo just reacting and punishing it. See up the route a bit, but Homu trying to press after attacking. There we go, that's the Homu classic heat activation on wake up. Dia's on screen, but yeah, just cancel into the XDP there. Nice anti-air. Using the rockets again to control space, but Homu's kind of like struggling to get some projectiles on screen to counteract some of Smo's projectiles. Straight into a throw combo though.
Very nice damage as well.
Not bad. Goes for the single overhead, and yeah, Homu tries to press
Finds the counter hit, yeah.
Yeah, Homu's still struggling with that matchup. Still struggling with that like player matchup. I think he's got a. I think it's mostly a mental thing. He took so many throws there. He just sat there and let Smo throw him over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, I feel it's very scary, especially like FPCL that can combo off the throws of strike throws is very scary to go and to try break the throws, because if you guess wrong, you're just going to explode very hard. And if you guess right, yeah.
Yeah.
But like being dealt like 3k damage off of a throw is still pretty high. It's going to kill you pretty fast.
3k damage into a knockdown as well. It can be really scary. You can also route to carry to corner and shit as well. It can be very, very scary.
A throw into 3k damage and into rock. Okay, that has to be illegal.
True. Yeah, that character can be scary. Smo was on point with those like making Homu block rock and then just air dashing in and throwing him out of the air. That was ballsy to say the least. It kept working. Handsheet says Delta's not joining my IP. He's scared. Coin flip this guy.
We are just trying to see coin flip as much possible. I swear to God, half of this server has gambling problem.
It's true.
They would bet many real world dollars in these brackets if they could.
I want this guy coin flipped. Send him to the casino. I need a version of like this, but with coin flipped instead. Delta says he's not scared. Do we believe him? Also, hi Shrimp. Welcome.
I believe Delta.
Delta's determined to take this and be the first person to win 2 in a row. But Smo's here. Smo's here to gatekeep.
I would be happy if Delta did that, but I have to hold out for the Smo.
Yeah,
I have to believe in Smo.
Delta's won 2 of these, including last week, and Smo's won 3. Every single one that Smo's entered. Smo says bait Panshoot's heat once and he will fold. That's true. Panshoot calling Delta bitch made. Crazy. Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, Smo's coaching Delta here.
Getting a quick timeout. Can we get a little bit coaching session going on?
I'm banning coaching. Sorry, fellas. Yeah, this is gonna be exciting though. Both these players quite fun to watch. I love Delta. That's my favorite player. But Panshoot's here. I haven't seen too much of Panshoot because he hasn't been in the brackets recently, for mental health reasons. Just say that.
Yeah, a lot of sass going on in the bracket chat.
Yeah, they're beefing. Delta says Panshoot's cooked. Delta says, "I bet you know about top tier abusing, huh?" It's crazy.
I would never abuse her. Yeah.
Actual crazy shit.
We got some war before the match.
Alright. Break it up, you two.
It's time to stop insulting each other and play. Let the game do the talking.
There's some serious beef going on right now in this matchup.
Whoever wins this is right.
It's true. Hold on. I'm making a bet. I'm gonna do this, and I bet it's gonna be correct. Oh no, okay, never mind. I was gonna switch to the player sides. Fuck.
We have two deltas, they're multiplying.
I was like, wait a minute, Delta does this thing where he hovers over the opponent's character. Alright, let's straight into it.
And immediately Delta finds a hit.
Nice stuff. Straight into that knockdown as well. 4.8k as well off of that. Crazy.
Very respectable.
Keeping the plus frames on that stump. That stump is quite decently plus. Panshoot trying to find like a way to get out, but getting caught back in the corner here. Straight back into another knockdown. 4k damage. Just heat activates out. Tries to get some health back. Playing very cautious, not swinging too much. Trying to anti-air Delta, but they're just weaving past each other. Pretty decent damage. This is gonna end it. Yeah, spending some meter.
Getting whiff punished into 4.5k damage combo.
I know every single one of those combos Delta got did like 4k. Crazy.
Oh, character legal.
Is Panshoot just not reducing? Straight into another knockdown. 4.5k, not bad. Into the stomp, getting caught with it as well. Some pretty good damage here. Another 4k combo. Panshoot's really struggling.
This character's busted.
I know, best character in the game, MBAACC. Yeah, tries to press there, but gets caught by the frame trap. Delta taking a very decisive first game. Maybe Delta's the top tier abuser. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. This character's actually busted.
This MBAACC character. I thought we banned her last week.
Yeah.
Panshoot desperately trying to find just like a straight hit, using these big buttons to try and swing and catch Delta, but Delta finding the first hit here, straight into the corner, and oh my god! Oh my god!
Jesus!
5.3k! The damage this character's doing is crazy. Is Panshoot not reducing? What's happening here? Goes for some funky mix, swings the wrong way, but it seems to have worked. Caught by the low.
Plant okay into a 50-50 hit. Finds the 50 hit.
Yeah, hits the overhead. I think they can finish it off here. Yeah. Kohaku by no means has bad conversions. This character has very solid conversions and very solid damage as well.
Not as good as Miyaki seem.
Well, Miyako's the best character in the game, so
Yeah.
It's true. People saying this. Daz says you invited her back to fuel the gambling. Oh lord. Nice, just swinging buttons. Both of them try to find a hit. Padshoot finds the counter hit JB there. Getting a nice conversion off of it as well. We get some Kaku loops. Bit too far for 4B to hit there, but going straight into another combo. Into the knockdown, goes for the air dash back overhead. But Delta just blocking it. Nice jumping from Delta. I think he fuzzy jumped expecting a hit there. Got one jump, landed, and then did it again. But it seems to have worked. Straight into some plus frames, but Panshu just heat activating out, trying to get some health back.
Both players trying to find a stray hit. Very nice.
That was a funky combo. JA, 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 jump cancel, JA, JA, JB.
It's better than nothing.
Panshoot finishing off with the command grab as well, tying it out 1-1. Yeah, that seemed a lot better than the first game. That first game was just Delta running over Panshoot. But I think Panshoot's started looking at the screen.
Are we going to see an upset here?
Maybe. Maybe. Panshoot's finally looking at the screen, you know, just looking for hits. Tries to air throw straight away with a call out, but not punished for it. Delta's really using that like air stalling to beat lots of these buttons that Panshoot's pressing. Panshoot's really struggling to anti-air Delta when Delta's right above them. I think it's because lots of Kaku's typical anti-airs don't hit there. 5A doesn't hit there, 2B doesn't hit there, 5B doesn't hit there. Nice roll out of corner. Delta not punishing it. Just some staggers trying to find hits with JAs. Both of them playing very, very cautious here. Baits the reversal, but that's safe on block. Oh wow. I don't think it's invincible frame 1 to be fair. Straight into a nice combo for Panshoot. Close enough to get the 4B. And getting the knockdown there. 4.6k, not bad. Straight into a fancy low setup. Delta just fuzzy guarding it. And nice! That JC is a war crime! Getting the counter hit and taking Panshoot straight back into the Oki in the corner. Both of them just swinging buttons, but Panshoot...
That's a nice eye on the air.
Yeah, set point. Panshoot's taking it back. That first game was so dominant for Delta, but Panshoot's like running it back. Really taking control of the matchup. Maybe he was warming up. Or throwing for fun. You never know with this bracket. Nice, dodging the 5A with the 2-2C. Or the 2-2A. Or B? One of them. The 2-2. Every time you see Molotov, it's always so janky. Because it's kind of a weird move to punish, and it has kind of weird properties.
Yeah, it's just classic to get hit by it. Just have to accept it.
Yeah, I think Delta expected to end earlier and tried to air dash punish it. It's set point for both. Nice, Delta catching the landing there and getting a nice hit. Vox says the Miyako stuff reminds me of Lumina. Yeah, nice, walking back but not punishing the throw whiff. Panshoot presumably trying to throw tech. Heat activation, not much health to heal, but it at least got Delta off of him. Just fishing for that hit, but Delta blocking a ton. Playing really defensive here. Getting tagged, trying to jump there. Nice side switch. Barely whiffs the anti-air, Delta finding the hit. Delta was going for some kind of like fancy left-right situation there, but I think he messed it up a bit. That was kind of awkward.
Yeah, it happens.
Nice, both of them just pressing buttons. Gets the command grab. Deliberately whiffs it, I think. Actually, I think he missed it on purpose. Usually when they whiff it, they swing straight away. So I think Panshoot actually did try going for the timing. This is looking dire. Yeah, Delta just finishing it off. Delta taking it. Knocking Panshoot into losers.
Very nicely played by both.
Clean stuff though, clean stuff.
Yeah, I think we should apologize for the Kohaku's JP and JC. Clearly, it's much worse than whatever air move Miyako was doing.
That Miyako's JC is ridiculously active and quite big. It's a really scary button to play into. But yeah, knocking pan shoot into losers. This is gonna be interesting then. In losers we have pan shoot versus knight and Homu versus Vert. This is gonna be fun. Let's go straight into the Homu one first. Let's give pan shoot a bit of a breather. That was kind of a shame. Pan shoot went for the hit on the command grab. There's two things that Seeker Argus typically do off of command grab. They either deliberately whiff the swing straight away so they can recover and set plant, or they try and hit the very end of it so they get max damage. It might have been a very different outcome for that game if pan shoot managed to hit that. But yeah, just unlucky.
Yeah. It's one of those where the match is decided by the one stray hit.
Yeah, Multibod's a game like that, especially with a game that can get so scrambly. It's like you can just fuck something up and lose, and it can be all bad. Anshoot's calling Delta carried, and Delta says that was all on his skills. You can't beat me, you suck.
Delta won, so Delta is right.
These two have to chill. Chill. Yeah, but we're going to Homu versus Vert next. Homu ate the last Shion he met in bracket. Like that Game Latuva versus Homu set. Game Latuva couldn't even find a position to breathe. C Shion has lots of the same weaknesses that F Shion does. So, like, including stubby buttons. So we might see a similar matchup here. Unless Vert can really lock in and manage to take this. But I think Homu has the advantage here.
We are going to see. I hope it's. I hope for Vert's sake it's not same as it was with Game Relay 1, but we will see.
Sure.
I believe.
I believe in Vert. Vert's been a bit inconsistent this tournament so far. I have no idea what they were doing with that in that set with Delta. Just kind of like lots of standing around and lots of blocking despite getting thrown repeatedly. But Vert is still like a very talented player, and Vert can definitely win this.
Yeah.
I think Vert and Homu have that same thing where when they're playing against certain characters and certain players, they play differently in a way that actually makes them lose. Like we see with Homu versus Smo. It was kind of the same situation. Vert was playing super defensive against Delta, who just kept throwing him over and over again. And Homu did basically the exact same thing against Smo in that last game. Just like kind of being scared enough to not play the game. You know, I think you have to avoid that when possible. Got to change the scene. You love to see it.
Production value.
Production value.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened, you did see that. Straight into the Kia loops. Clean stuff from Vert. Immediately getting a pretty nice knockdown here. 5.2k. Catching the tech out.
Trap.
Yeah, that's the thing that that's the thing that quite a few people have been struggling on against Homu. Homu likes to tech in situations like that, but lots of people fail to chase tech. I think Vert's taken note of that and taking advantage of it. Holy, Vert not letting Homu breathe at all that first game. Tagged with the low. Straight into the... You love to see it.
You don't love to see it, you hate to see it.
It's a fun combo.
No.
When I was at the pub the other day and very drunk, I was doing impressions of Slayer, and, like plus R Slayer, doing like Pile Bunker and shit. Next time I'm gonna do Nero impressions. It's gonna be great. This Nero doesn't have the funny button though. The funny button being the Rhino 5C that F Nero has. Blocking all the overheads, but getting caught pressing there. Yeah, into the tumble and getting picked up.
Man, I'm glad I don't hear the game voice volume. I would be mad up with the ho.
Yeah,
Constantly.
The hurrah, you love to see it. That was funky, that hit. I guess he's really tall. So you can kind of get away with like different fuzzies you wouldn't be able to otherwise on him. I think that's something people don't take advantage of enough. how tall this character is means lots of rising air buns will hit when they don't usually.
Very nice bait on the burst.
Yeah. Tries to DP anti-air. Nice air spot dodge from Homi there. You don't see it. You don't see air dodge too often, but when you do, it's there's some players who use it really, really well. Nice, getting a big confirm there. Not too much damage off that starter, but at least has a knockdown. Sets deer. DP's into the... Or sets crows. DP's into the crows. And he gets punished for it.
Refusing to block. I respect it.
I mean, the thing is, if you block against Nero, you get rewarded with more blocking. That's the problem.
Yeah, but sometimes you can just chill a little bit and then stop blocking.
That was clean from Vert, by the way. Catching the air tech with another DP anti-air. You can shield that DP, but it is still kind of scary because it's fast. Usually it's hard to... Oh my god, shield cancelled into...
Oh my god.
That was clean. Shield cancelled into DP to anti-air. Nice stuff from Vert. EXTP just gets out of the corner there, finds a hit against Homu. Homu's brain turning off for a second, just like waiting. Yeah, reacting to the teleport. That's really fake, and I think people are getting used to doing it. But Homu tried it anyways. Already set point to Vert.
Take a shot every time a DP happens.
True. Vert is using the DPs really, really well. We've seen different kinds of DPs as well. Like DP anti-airs, reversal DPs, shield cancelled into DP to just tank through stuff. Very, very
Truly
clean.
the best bottom.
There we go. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's got stream audio on, he's listening to us. I'm surprised that didn't get punished. Nice backdash. Barely stopping to dodge that button. Nice spacing from Vert. Just DPs again for fun.
Oh my god.
He's throwing. Oh, ooh!
Wow,
Runs through the deer! Using the invul you get from throwing someone to just go straight through it. Homi heat activating out of the corner. Nice air throw to cool it out. Blocks the deer as well. He's played this matchup before. Vert is on point. Oh my god, nice shield. Cancelled into DP again. Shield. Tries to air, but yeah, that hits quite downwards. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, stop.
Stop with the DPs.
He's throwing for fun. He is on screen, tries to catch Homi with the dive kick, but Homi's kind of scared of these committal options. Vert's going, oh my god.
Oh my god.
This guy doesn't get the air throw ender, but yeah, catches the tech out. Just mashing and confirming off it. Oh my god!
Nice. Oh, nice. That was very clean.
Conversion was so clean. Vert showing the fuck off. Oh my god. 700 DPs. Just doing random bullshit. Vert was showing some amazing character matchup awareness there. Like calling out lots of the stuff that calling out so much of the stuff that Homi was going for. Like Homi would set something up in neutral and try and approach, and Vert would do the perfect counter to it. Like air dash, air throw, run in, get it, throw to go straight through the hit of deer. That was crazy. Vert showing off, knocking Homu out of the bracket at 5th place. Congratulations, Homu. But Vert was just like, that was sick.
The DPs are clearly the weak point of Homu.
It wasn't just the DP. I think Vert was doing really smart counters to lots of the stuff he was going for just throughout the entire set.
Yeah, true, but Jesus.
This Vert guy, locked in. He's guaranteed at least 4th place. So he's sitting pretty in losers semifinals right now.
I need a small 30-second break. I'll most likely be back before the next match.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. But next up we have Panshoot versus Knight. This is gonna be a fun match. Knight's been really showing their character diversity recently. Actually, is it Knight? Did I enter that correctly? I think I did. I did, yeah. Okay. Well, I sometimes worry that I put the things in the bracket wrong. It's gonna fuck things up, but not this time. Not this time. Yeah, he has the player matchup down. Yeah, definitely. He was so on point. Very, very on point so far. I just deleted a bunch of stuff from my computer because I just got a warning about hard drive space. You'll love to see it. Yeah, Turtle says the thought process, my DP is air unblockable, so the DP will be used. Crazy. It can be shielded, but it's kind of funky because it is like multiple hits with gaps in between them.
Good evening, Night City. How we doing?
A peak reference for I love Cyberpunk.
Do not abbreviate Cyberpunk, Hank.
You're not abbreviate Cyberpunk.
They changed the name in Strive.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
It's probably a good idea.
Well, what color do you use in Strive? And then you like start sweating profusely.
I got it off, got it off.
Ooh, Knight is doing the thing where they hover over characters again. I'll show you this in a second when I get the thing up. Ta-da! Ooh! Knight is making me so happy right now.
If it's F seal, I'll be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, this is FCL.
It's a cool churn seal.
I really wanted to play one of the CLs, but like of the 6 different CLs in the game, I kinda don't fuck with any of them.
I wanted to play F seal and FB seal, but both were too hard.
I like CPCL and I like CCL. And I like a bit of HPCL as well. But I don't think I like any of the other CLs that much. And I don't think I like the character enough to main them.
FB seal is a character that I would play if I wasn't playing Zero.
Yeah. But I am quite fond of CL, as it has been noted. I've made an entire bracket about CL.
I don't understand the seal hype.
Yeah, did you not see Alka's tier list earlier?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Some elite bull knowledge. Oh, nice. Kind of funky counter hit trade here. Very active button, getting the confirm off of it as well. Clean stuff from Knight. Messing up a bit too high for the low flicker punch.
Catches the deck.
DP's straight out, trying to contest some space with that JA. It's caught by the JB counter hit, straight into a full confirm for pan shoot. Really taking it as far as it can go as well. Close enough for those 4B combos.
We catches the air button on yeah. That move is just so good.
Yeah, JB is so good at controlling space, especially against stubbier characters who really do need to like try and like air dash in or jump around and find an opening. That can just shut down a lot of that game plan. Finding another hit with that JB. Handshoot playing a bit of a zoning game with these normals. Roybred is calling for Knight's Aoko. That might be interesting. He has a Aoko? I didn't know that. Ooh, gets the JB counter hit again. That button is doing Panshoot's taxes and laundry and paying their bills right now.
What can it do?
Straight to another knockdown. Got Knight stuck in the corner. Goes for the funky like left-right cross-up thing. It's another JB counter hit.
That button is doing wonders.
I think most of the buttons Panshoot pressed in neutral there were just JB. But yeah.
Okay, let's play a lottery. Oh.
See Aoko for the audience? Yeah. F Aoko. Okay. See. Yeah.
See.
Knight's got the audio on.
It's always a lottery.
This is for you, Roybred. I think Roybred got like 5th last week, which is very impressive. Nice, just controlling some more space, using that button really, really well. Do a big combo with the extra jump. Nice. Knight really showing how diverse they know their characters. Messing up the fuzzy overhead there because Panshoot got hit by the first one.
hate when it happens.
True. They have to at least block standing for. Ooh, nice shield. They have to at
Very
least
nice.
block standing first in order to get hit by the fuzzy. It's kind of tricky to confirm those though. Nice. Tries to space control with JO, but not super working. Playing the patient game, playing up quite high so they can use that laser to control space. Very big hitbox. Gets the pickup. Not a bad knockdown. Damage quite low, but not a bad knockdown. Stalls with the charge JC. Getting the overhead. That's kind of tricky to block. Look at this damage!
And back into the blender.
That did like 5.8k. Yeah, that's not one of the orbs you can break. Monkey getting hit by the orb. The orb counter hit. Pretty decent combo starter. I think damage is quite low on it, but shield again. It's jumping around. This is really scrambly, but it does feel like Knight has like control of the pace of the game here. Like even though they're both like jumping and dashing around and stuff, it really does feel like Knight is the one in control. Even though Pansheet's not like pinned in the corner or anything. That was a
The
clean
character
game.
switch working out.
Very much so, yeah. Knight really showing how versatile they are. Immediate JA calling out presumably the exact same thing that Pansheet was trying to do. Scary situation. Gets extra damage on the throw as well because the orb's there. Both of them just swinging stuff. Barely weaves around the orb and destroys it with the 5BB. Nice. Going for the overhead, but Knight just mashing out of it. Baiting the heat activation, but not getting a proper punish.
Nice.
Kind of funky. Gets the anti-air with the 5B there. Oh, Turtle says that this is his main apparently. Yeah, this is Knight's main character. Puts the orb out. It hits during, takes the 5C. Pansheet gets hit by the orb and then gets the proper combo off of it as well. That was crazy. Look at this. What do you do?
I know the wall is set up.
What do you do? Your character's also an enjoyer of orbs. What do you do?
You cry.
You cry. That's kind of a dire situation to be in, you know. Nice air stalling with the orb set. Getting in, messing up the confirm off of it, going for some kind of funky jumps here. I think Pansheet's crumbling a bit under the pressure. It just takes the orb, but gets heat activation straight back into the corner. Orb anti-air, but no confirm. Air orb straight into land throw, yeah. Little bit of OTG damage, but Knight just teching out almost immediately. Nice, confirm. It's invalid, but it was still really, really nice. Straight into 3C. Pansheet trying to dash out a corner.
You're not allowed to leave.
That was clean from Knight. Straight into the
Very
Alt
clean.
F4 from Pansheet.
See, Alko's moves look so good.
I know, this character's really cool. I think she's the cooler Alco. Don't kill me for it. But yeah, Knight.
It is the cooler Alko.
Knight being like, I'm done with playing, I'm switching to my main, I'm kicking your ass, and knocking Pansheet out at 5th place. Very well done from Pansheet, but Knight was just on point with that. Very, very well done. Pansheet at least beat the curse, I think. Oh no,
Yeah.
they didn't. They went 2-2.
Jericho saying it's so peak seeing Alko, yeah.
It is, yeah. Alco is not the most popular Alco version. There's a lot of F Alcors and people with like secondary F Alcors, but I don't think there's too many C Alcors, so that's always fun to see.
Alko should be the main, it's so cool. I know there's a chant that's see Alko player best Alko player ever, and he apparently complains a lot when playing F Alko.
I think Pansheet went 2-2 again. It truly is the curse. Never escaping the constant 2-2s. Yeah. Panshoot's stuck in the 2-2 curse. It's never escaping. And every time he's about to do better than 2-2, the universe like intervenes
I
and knocks him out by the fucking coin.
I have that curse as well. Every single VV I have ended, I've been 2-2. Every single one.
Yeah, the 2-2 curse. 2-2 is a really good like thing to do in this bracket, especially a bracket that's pretty stacked on the high end like this one. Very impressive, but I think Panshoot's tired of keep getting 2-2 in these brackets. Good consistency there, but yeah, Smo says saved from the coin flip this time. Yeah, last time Panshoot was about to go better than 2-2. The coin intervened and stopped him. We don't coin flip anymore. We have a proper procedure, but the people yearn for it.
We need a bracket that's just literally just a coin flip the bracket. So it's just to do matches with coin flips only.
Jazz, we're by no means professional. I don't think a single one of the recent brackets has been normal. You saw the beginner bracket the other day.
No, this is professional. Everything that's not professional didn't happen. It's all deep fake AI.
It's true. Well, yeah, the like Finland flag covering the screen and shit.
It was absolutely peak.
If you guys want to see something interesting, go to the VOD for the beginner bracket a couple of days ago, and then just like skip around towards the second half of the bracket. We're really professional.
Who knows what's the finale of it says Puro. If it makes you feel any better, that happened to me like a few times. So
yeah, it took Sane like 3 different times to get through it. But
yeah,
you
two of them I was second, and the third I was third, and the last one I won.
Yeah, it happens. I think in that VOD, I think I forgot to change the round number a couple times as well. In like, I think we had Swiss round 3 like 3 times.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
You don't have to say it, true. Yeah, but Knight versus Vert, I'm excited to see this. Vert was fucking showing off and flexing against Tomu in the last round, so I'm excited to see this.
This is going to be a very interesting matchup.
Knight, like, pondering what character they're gonna play.
Please not pick C arc. That's my hope. A very cool character to watch.
Ooh, pulling out the C Miyako. Vermillion Versus really is the like Miyako protagonist bracket.
Way too many Miyakos. One is too much.
One is too many. Both of them playing very cautious. Just controlling space, just like fishing for buttons from Vert. Jumping around. Swinging. That was a funky clash. Both of them playing really cautious here. I think
playing peak melody.
Last time Vert played Delta earlier in this bracket, they were also playing super cautious like this. And I think it honestly cost them the game. Knight being kind of careful. Yeah, using that JC. Swinging buttons. Managing to catch the backdash, but not confirm off of it. I think they're a bit too high to be plus
With
enough.
the DP.
Nice shield, but they don't manage to actually get a confirm off of it. It's kind of funky to jump cancel that in reaction, to be fair. Just catching Vert with the run-up button. Using the heat to push Vert into the corner there. Very strange 2DC, but not a super bad thing. Vert just choosing to back up and not deal with it. Straight into the air throw. Not managing to get the confirm, but getting a kind of funky like launcher anti-air there. The first round for Knight. A very slow game so far. Both of them playing very cautious. Cautious is one word for it, says Doma. Yeah, this is. I have no idea why they're playing so careful.
No, this is just peak.
Vert was doing this against Delta earlier and got like stomped for it, but I think Knight's a lot less confident on this character. Knight having played like 5 different characters in the bracket so far. Yeah, messing up the combo. I don't think this is the character for Knight. This is... What is happening?
This is the peak.
This is peak Melty Blood, it truly is.
I'm going to show this to people that don't know Melty.
Yeah, this is a very, very slow loser semifinal so far. Straight into the throw. Shielding. This is the... Yeah, they're playing Street Fighter right now. That's what this is. Getting the hit straight into the Kia loops. And yeah, just doing a bit of damage to finish that off. Taking another round. I think these 2 rounds have been longer than the entire, like, Homu versus, Game Mode 2 set. Oh my... What is happening? Is the connection really bad or something?
It's either that or they forgot that they are playing Melty. It happens to the best of us.
Knight just continuing to space control with that JC. Swinging at nothing. Vert's back in DP mode from the Homu set. This is the thing with Vert.
Oh my god.
Vert will play the most patient Melty Blood you've ever seen in your life, like this. And then do the Homu set and just do random bullshit and win. This is like the most hot and cold gameplay I've ever seen from a player before. Nice, baiting the shield cancels to stomp. What is happening? No one's confirming anything.
It's so big.
No one's confirming anything, and this is like the slowest gameplay I've seen in a while.
God. I actually take a shot every time a DP happens this stream.
Knight taking it back to character select. I think Knight's done. Knight's like, that was the most boring thing I've ever played in my life. Knight's tired, man. Okay, can we get this over with? Playing F Oracle? Huh? Ah, no, going back to C. Knight's like, alright, you've had your fun. Here's the real boss character, says Roy. Yeah, this one's for you, Roy.
True.
Yeah, some more orbs setting up, controlling space. Vert playing very, very cautious. Finding a hit there, but that was funky. Hitting in the very late active frames of that. Straight into a throw. Some stagger pressure, but yeah. Knight just mashing out straight into a big combo here. Side switch as well.
That's a very cool looking combo.
Definitely, yeah. Pressing some buttons here. Managing to find a bit of a hit into some set play, but Vert just DPing through, breaking the orb in the process. Nice, finding a hit there.
Just this kill, yeah.
That's a pretty big thing. Vert's continuing to play quite cautious. I think that's just like playing a stubby character into someone with like space control. Nice backdash.
One of the reasons people don't like to play Zion is very stubby buttons.
Yeah, that's the main thing I've heard. People have 2 complaints about this character, and it's usually, holy shit, how do you play neutral with stubby buttons? Or her combos are really, really hard. Nice shield cancel into 2A there. Playing the stagger pressure game, but still in throw protection, unlucky, but Vert not punishing it and getting blown up anyways. Knight taking the first game there.
Are we going to see the exact same thing that happen again? Losing 1 round and fitting character?
Yeah, this is still really slow. Both of them playing very, very cautious. You know, I think Knight's playing the space control game and expecting Vert to approach, and Vert's just not approaching.
Yeah.
Nice stagger pressure. Finding a kind of funky hit there, but getting a knockdown anyways. Too high to chase the tech there. Straight to some Kia loops. Again, tech's out. That only catches neutral or back tech, that tech chase. Goes for the overhead and gets punished by it as well. Bit too early for the tech chase. Just going for some stagger pressure. Vert just calmly DPing out. Orbs on screen. Vert playing cautious around it, just choosing to back up. Playing it safe, destroying the second orb with the reach of that whip. Catching! Oh wow.
Just throwing the AX orbs out there.
Vert's listening, he's like, my character's stubby? It just uses the like half screen whip, yeah. Nice stuff. Vert taking it to set point in a very patient game, to say it with kind words.
Versus slowly activating, stopping being very cautious.
Yeah, nice. Getting a hit there. Straight into some Kia loops. Dumping the meter to get the extra extension and extra damage. Kind of. Whoa! Goes for the restand extension. Nice stuff. For the left-right, but goes into an overhead instead. Knowing that Knight would expect it. Nice, just doing like a BC, BC, BC air throw combo. Sets the orb, but gets DP'd out immediately. Vert's gone back into like the mind space he was in when fighting Homu, just pressing shit.
This deep is been hitting though.
Not his best of 3. It shouldn't be, but for time reasons, best of 3 until finals. Oh, nice. Straight into the restand extension. Melty's weird because games can be really long or they can be really quick. It is completely dependent on like the player and characters. Some of it can be because of like heat activation. Oh, nice. Shield cancelled into DP. This is a last hit situation for Knight unless they can find the space to heat activate. But they don't have any meter. Yeah, but just doing a run up 5A to take it. Knocking Knight out at 4th place. Knight had a very, very solid run, especially considering the like amount of characters Knight was playing throughout that bracket.
Yeah, so surprisingly doing well with so many characters, multi-talent.
Yeah, definitely a multi-talented player. You kind of see that in with some people in this game where I'm just playing like in blue chord so much that they just they've just learnt like a dozen characters for fun, you know. But anyways, moving on to winners finals, we have Nuclear Bomb versus Nuclear Bomb, Delta versus Smo, the classic run back from these two played in grand finals of VV3. But here they are in winners finals. We're moving on to first to 3 territory as well. This will be a first to 3 match, but this is always exciting to watch. I think FPCL definitely wins this matchup, but
we will see. We will see.
But Delta's the GOAT.
You can have as good of a character as you want, but you can always get capped.
True. It can always happen.
My goat Sumo would never lose though.
Sure. Smo has yet to lose a single set in any of the VV brackets. So I think momentum's immediately on Smo's side, but Delta's going to try their best to win this. They won last week when Smo didn't enter. Smo's entering presumably just to gatekeep Delta from winning 2 in a row. For fun. Smo's here to kill Homu and gatekeep Delta.
Honestly based.
That's so based. Every time Smo doesn't enter and they spectate, they're like, why the fuck are you losing to Homu? What are you guys doing?
I think Smo is just a nice guy and he doesn't join every VV because it would just be renamed to Smo's dominance show.
Yeah, but every time he doesn't enter, it's always the Miyako bracket.
Yeah, it goes from FPCL to Miyako.
It's true. Well, F Miyako is the best character in the game, as we've established.
Yeah, true. So it's so cool. I don't know why people are complaining about my character when we have characters like Miyako.
Yeah, this poor C-rower character for having to fight F and C Miyako. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like absolutely garbage character.
Absolutely garbage.
You just have to cap so hard.
Yeah, true. High execution and you have to gap. Come on.
Smo saying Vince needs to do a better job.
Yeah. Alright, we're ready for it then. We can move straight into it, yeah. First to 3. Winners finals. Whoever loses this gets knocked down to fight against Vert. That's gonna be interesting. Delta's not hovering over their character yet, making my life hard for me. If Smo gets stage choice, we know exactly where we're going. Yep. Yep. Straight there.
Immediately.
Oh no, never mind. Does it turn? Does it turn? Straight into it. I'm excited to see this. I'm a bit biased. I love Smo, but Delta is like the GOAT.
I'm biased. I have to rule out how they finish, bro.
True. Straight into the loops here. You're kind of blowing Delta up straight away. Sets the rock for Oki. Doing some stagger pressure, trying to catch Delta doing something. Delta respecting it and getting thrown for it. Straight into another one.
Oh my god.
This FPCL character. Some nice loops there. Straight into more pressure. Delta fuzzy jumping out. Getting
Finds
caught.
the... Oh, Jesus.
This is brutal.
We're
Smo.
going to have... We're going to have to put the Life League logo here if we're going to keep seeing FPCL.
Crazy! Delta not able to play the game that round. Alright. Might as well put down the controller. That's Strive 2.0 Happy Chaos right there. Delta trying to press there, but the spacing not allowing it. Finds the counter hit, finally. Delta gets to press buttons on his controller. Knocked down. Goes for the throw, gets the anti-air with the 5A, but it's kind of tricky to confirm off of those. Throws the rock. Nice, running under that button there. Finding another hit, straight to the corner. Just needs one solid hit to take this from Smo. Ooh, nice anti-air there. Getting the air throw combo extension. Not picking up again, just going straight into an overhead. Delta not blocking it and getting blown up for it. I think the damage scale is pretty hard on the overhead there.
Yeah.
Goes for the IH,
Still
recovers some
respectable.
health. Recovers some health with the Roman cancel. Continuing to just press shit. Trying to catch that jump out. Goes for the air unblockable. Yeah, tagging Delta and taking the first round. That was brutal.
People just aren't allowed to breathe when smoke gets them to the corner.
It's true. Smo is just so good at running the kind of pressure that FPCL is known for. FPCL has kind of iffy movement, but their pressure and damage definitely makes up for it. Yeah, just reversaling out of the corner there. Throwing rock to control some space, letting it rock.
Money
Yeah,
out of
towards
kind of sick.
Delta. Ooh, nice whiff punish. That button moves so far forwards. Delta jumping over the rock, finding the JC counter hit. Straight to the corner with you. Dumping meter again. Running some basic pressure, getting the counter hit, but not confirming it. Smo just fuzzy jumping out. Delta trying to take center stage back, but getting tagged for it. Not too big, but taking that overhead again. We haven't seen that much from Smo recently. Messing up the combo a bit. And catching the JC attempt. Finally, a button beats Miyako JC. Straight back into the throw blender there.
Throw in the loop and in the rock, okay, it's criminal.
True. Goes for the the shimmy. Yeah, Delta swinging with stubby buttons against a character with such good approaching buttons. Scary stuff. Trying to control some space with projectiles, hitting the rock. Delta parrying the rock, but not countering it, but not going for the shield counter. Nice EX guard. But getting unblockable on the way down. This is dire. Smo is so on point today. Usually this is somewhat closer, but I think Smo is ooh, nice. Goes for the
Smo
shield
is
counter.
locked in.
Runs under for the side switch and goes into the B&B, I think, yeah. BC. Straight into the knockdown. Some more stagger pressure. Trying to find a hit on Delta here. Delta looking for an opportunity to mash. Finds it. Air throw combo extension straight back into the corner. Messes up a bit and gets punished for it, though. Both of these characters want to run you over as best as possible. Delta getting the throw and comboing off of it. Damage scales pretty heavily off of throw, but they need one good opening to take this. Finds a counter hit, doesn't confirm it, but Smo goes for the heat activation to get out of the corner, but Delta baits it. Fucks up the confirm, but manages to find the hit. Just punish the heat anyways. Smo goes into this round with no meter. Nice, swinging some buttons. Air dash back to bait the button there. Straight back into the loops. Look at this damage! 4.3k, not bad at all. Goes for the empty low. Sets rock, tries to catch Delta pressing there. Delta just not holding shield for long enough there. Nice, catches with the sweep going under the rock.
But very nice, shield bunker.
Just pressing some buttons, trying to air to her. Trying to use that DP to catch Delta. Delta just trying to find a way out of this damn corner. Lots of very good dash blocking from Delta, but getting tagged by the charge button there.
There's
Might
no
be
way out of the corner.
Might be able to finish it here with a meter dump, yeah. Smo 2 up already.
These are going fast.
No, Smo is here to fucking murder everyone and gatekeep Delta.
Smo came here to gatekeep and he's making sure that it happens.
Most definitely. Ooh, Delta.
Very nice crap.
Delta trying to weave under the rock and getting thrown for it. Crazy. Wins the trade interaction. Straight back into the loops. This is brutal. Nice throwing rock. Just playing it patience, trying to see what Delta does. Delta's just like waiting. He's frozen still. He's so scared.
I would be too.
That approaching button is so much range. Yeah, just trying to bait Delta into doing something. Giving them corner to make them act, and tagging them with the EX rocket for it. Barely doesn't kill, but the OTG did well. Set point for Smo. Delta hasn't taken a single round. Look how careful Delta's playing. Finds a 5A counter hit there. This is brutal. It's the knockdown. Yeah. Ooh, nice air throw. Catching the jump from Delta there. This is definitely Delta's bracket demon. This is murder.
Bracket demon.
This is murder live on Twitch. Actual assassination.
You have to put the Life Leak logo on here.
True. Nice, getting the throw extension there. Most of this match has just been Smo looping Delta in the corner. Delta try to press with Miyaka's stubby buttons. Oh lord, charging some meter, trying to make Smo have to do something, but Smo's just stalling, charging meter, throwing some buttons out. Ooh, catches Smo with the sweep there, the very end of it, and still manages to confirm. Goes for the throw. Hits it. I think Delta can finish it here. Yeah. Taking a round. Yeah. Delta's determined to reverse 3-0. But this is set point for Smo, and Smo's seeming dominant so far. Gets the DP anti-air. It's a kind of weird air non-counter hit on Delta there and doesn't confirm it. Shields the rock. Shield counter makes them move forwards and move out of the corner, able to punish Smo. That's crazy. I don't know if that was intentional, but it worked out for Delta either way.
We can say it was intentional.
Yeah, if it works, it's intentional. Straight back into another knockdown. Tries to go for throw, not punished for it, but Smo straight into a back throw into corner. Comboing off of it as well. Damage scales pretty hard off of throw, but more notably, this is max mode pressure we're going to have right here. Goes for the empty low, just kicks the rock away, pops the IH to get some health back, and continues the loops. Trying to control space. Bit too far for the anti-air to hit. Yeah, again, throwing that rock. DP is air blockable. And Delta tries pressing there and gets tagged for it. Stuck in the block stun of rock. Slowly drifting back. Smo just has complete control of the pace of the game right now. Confirming off of the counter hit rock to take it. And knock Delta into loser's bracket in what was a fucking murder we just witnessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Inia, that setup was crazy. Yeah, that setup's fucked. That setup is fucked up. The like set rock, kick rock away straight into the empty low, crazy. Messing with people's block timings.
It's a very, you can clearly see that Smo forces the opponent to play at his the pace that Smo wants. So you can see the in the corners, especially Smo just waits to see what the opponent does and hoping to catch a timing or a whiff punish.
Yeah, Smo is amazing at that. Just like completely making people have to play his game. Just controlling the pace of the game so well. That was brutal for Delta. Delta's got to try and run this back. Delta knocked into losers finals here, and Smo moving on to winners side of grand finals. It's looking pretty good for Smo so far. But yeah, next up we have Delta playing against Vert again. This is a run back from earlier in the bracket. Vert really struggled with this matchup, but I think Delta's determined to make it a steamroll again.
Yeah.
Delta wants the slow run back.
This is going to be interesting to see.
It's gonna be interesting to see, yeah.
Will the Vert play cautiously, or will the game plan change a little bit?
Well, the thing is, even if Vert plays cautiously, Delta is going to run at you and press buttons because that's the kind of player that Delta is. Delta's gonna
Smo-
fucking press shit.
yeah. A small change just between us and I, that setup was a mistake. Don't use it.
It worked, to be fair. Delta was so
Even
paralyzed.
even in doing mistakes, Smo is just so cracked.
Smo's cracked, yeah. Definitely the best player in Europe.
Definitely.
But Delta's a close contender.
How are we rest supposed to compete?
It's true, it's true. Yeah, yeah. Even if like tries to play cautiously and like watch what happens. If you watch what happens and try and play cautiously, Delta will just like fucking run at you and press buttons, and then you're stuck in FMIACC pressure. It can be very, very scary.
Yeah. But we cannot count out Delta out yet. There's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
Delta is very hungry for that second win in a row.
Most definitely. I don't know. I don't know if Delta's been quite consistent with upsets. I don't think Delta's done many, but honestly, that might just be because Delta's always been high seeded.
Yeah.
I think Delta's a very consistent player, but it also
It's
means that the chances are looking a bit dire unless
it's
Delta
very
really locks in.
it's very hard to do upsets when most of the time you are the top of the top seeds or the second top.
Yeah, definitely. Delta's very consistent as well, which is a really,
Yeah.
really good quality to have. But it does mean that he's unlikely to just like power up and kill Smo for fun, unless he really, really locks in and pulls something out that we haven't seen before.
There's always a chance.
Delta, OMG, bro, this FPCL champion, I swear to God. True. This character's
Yeah,
so
I've
fucked.
the first time I played versus FPCL was today. Actually, I did not like it. So I can imagine it in the hands of someone like Smo. It would probably be very unpleasant to play against.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal. They're back. Moving straight into it then. Delta versus Vert, yeah, run back. I'm interested to see how Vert plays into this, considering how it went last time.
I think Vert needs to change the approach.
Yeah, maybe.
Being too cautious, it's a good thing to do, but when it goes too hard, it's very hard.
Yeah, especially with how fast and like how fast Miyako's burst options can be. Panshoot tagged Delta and said, "Are you winning, son?"
Peak rage baiting.
Crazy. Doma says, "Why doesn't the big Shion simply eat the sickly Shion?" Yeah, true.
We had some very toxic behavior today.
We have. It's mainly just Delta and Panshoot shit talking each other.
Yeah, but earlier we had a winner saying bad games.
Oh yeah. That was a game of the two.
Yeah.
We love to see it. Game of the two was so funny, man. Both of them just swinging buttons. Kind of messing up the combo there and giving Delta a really good opportunity to just steamroll here. Yeah, I think this top three is like this top three is all matchups that seem pretty dire for one of the players. Yeah, same thing happening again. Vert playing really defensive. Delta just like poking buttons, going, "Are you alive?" Poking at Vert with a stick, and then Vert doesn't respond, so they just run up and throw.
Yeah, Web needs to activate a little bit.
Yeah, nice. Getting a hit here.
Just like
pretty
this.
nice. Keeping some pressure on. Has max mode as well. Crescent min max mode too, so it's pretty strong. You recover with 200 meter no matter what. Just bursting Delta back into the corner. Blocking the X move, but it's not punishable. Delta with the empty throw to reverse the situation and put Vert in the corner. Getting tagged.
Oh, so we're going to get out of this.
Yeah. Straight for the overhead, just backing up, seeing what Vert does. Oh my god, that hitbox. The Slayer, 6p right there. Backing up, seeing what Vert does. Vert, of course, just playing it careful, just seeing what happens. Trying to find an opportunity to jump out, but run up 5A, misses as Delta jumps. Very decisive first game for Delta. Yeah, again, these top 3 matches are looking quite dire for one of the players in each of them.
Yeah.
Both swinging buttons. Vert trying to find a hit, but Delta playing really defensive. Look at that damage, 5k. Crazy, manages to block the low this time and jumps over Delta's grab. Vert playing a bit more offensive or playing a bit more aggressive on defense. Gets the restand combo. It's straight back into Delta pressure. Immediate throw, straight into the mix-up, not giving Vert any time to block anything. I think Vert needs to fuzzy jump more.
Yeah.
Like, lots of these situations would like, just... He'd be out by now if he fuzzy jumped. Yeah, just taking the throw again. You can't take those throws. Doma says salty blood. It's true. 0 signs of life. Every time Vert blocks, he puts some sellotape on down back and then just like goes to make a cup of tea.
No.
Tries to anti-air. Techs out of corner, doesn't get punished for it, but still doesn't press. Kind of funky side situation. Another throw from Delta. Vert needs to do something.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, do something! Vert was so flashy against Tomu, but now just like... Taking those... Genuinely, fuzzy jump would be really strong for this player.
Yeah.
It would get them out of so many situations. Yeah, Delta, 2 up already.
It's looking... The situation is looking dire for Vert.
Looking very dire, yeah. Vert's just kind of struggling to get anything started. Playing way too defensive on defense against a character who has like a throw they can combo off of. Throw into 3k damage. Messing up the conversion too, going for a reset. Not confirming it, I don't think. Nice backdash there. Catching Delta trying to jump with the low, getting the OTG restand. Straight into some set play here. Same side.
Very
Catching
nice.
Delta pressing. Delta trying not to respect pressure again because that worked so well in the last set. Some more stagger pressure, but Delta just mashing straight away. Catching Delta. Catching Vert. Seeing some DPs. Channeling the match against Tommy right there. Goes for throw, but...
punished for the 5th DPs though.
Yeah, Delta popping IH though. Getting some health back. Looking kind of dire. I think Delta can finish it off here. Maybe not without Mito, but... Set point already. This is like an assassination going on right now.
Yeah.
Pressing some buttons. Finds a counter hit on that.
How can something so little hit so hard? It makes no sense.
Doma says the only way to win high level online is to play like there's a bomb strapped to your chest. Yeah, that's Delta. That's why I love this guy so much. He really is like my favorite player ever because he does play like there's a bomb strapped to his chest. he does random bullshit and it works. Nice about DPing out of the corner. Tries to reset, but again DPing. The run up 5A, confirming it too, getting a pretty big hit here. Has enough meter to end with the X, but Vert just Whoa! Funky side switch, but I don't think either of them were expecting it, including Vert. Not properly confirming off of it. Nice stuff. Delta knocking Vert out at 3rd place pretty decisively. Again, these two played earlier and the results were pretty much the same. Vert really struggling to deal with Delta's offense.
It's like You have to play these tournaments
Right here.
like like you're in the movie Crank. You just have to keep doing stuff and hope it works. If you just chill for a second, you're getting blown.
Yeah. I think this top three is looking pretty dire for a player in each of these matches. I think Delta's not confident they can like double eliminate Smo, and Vert definitely wasn't confident going back into the rematch with Delta. Yeah, Delta says, "All right, make it painless, Smo." He's accepting defeat already. Never give up. Delta, never give up. He's got his second place placement. This is the best he thinks he can do. You gotta win. Gotta win, Delta.
If it's going to go the same that it went last time, then it's going to be very, very brutal to watch. But I trust that the Delta will find out, will adapt.
Yeah, you can never count Delta out. He is the GOAT. He's the greatest to ever do it, according to me. I'm very biased.
I'm very biased towards Mo.
Yeah, because he's Finnish.
Yeah.
The Finnish Melty Blood community is locked in.
We have to stay strong together. Considering that the server is now Finnish as well, there has to be some kind of buff.
I sent a she glares emoji. I wish I could make that a Twitch emote, but Twitch only likes squares for their emotes. Straight back into it. Delta on loser's side. This is dire, but Delta is. All right, well, GG's. This has been Vermillion Versus 14.
Yeah, GG's. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you everyone for watching. Straight into it. This is Delta's not going to be able to play the game for the rest of it. Tries to shield the rock, but getting blown up for it. No problem, Knight. Thank you for participating. Knight, you are sick to watch.
Yeah.
Oh. Hold on.
We're actually seeing a game being played instead of solitaire. Never mind. It was nice while it lasted.
People only want the connection test anyways. You know when viewers peaked when I joked about coin flips? Is there someone like tagging people like, yo, you gotta hop on every single time I mention connection tests?
You need to someday just freeze the screen for a second and joke about doing a coin flip and you can't build a skyrocket.
I have to keep teasing it. I have to like have it open on a tab and then like keep alt tabbing. Nice hit from Delta. Delta jumping over the rock there, getting that counter hit. Not looking too bad, but Delta's got to keep this offense up, keeping the plus frames, choosing to back up, but yeah, just dash up 2A from Smo, straight into a big confirm, messing it up a bit. Delta trying to get out, but the rock just keeping him stuck there. This is brutal. Swinging too low. If he did a standing button there, he might have been able to anti-air, but that's just bad luck. Straight into the loops, caught with the overhead. Yeah, Smo cleanly taking the first game there.
This is so brutal to watch.
This is
I'm a small fanboy, but goddamn.
This is an execution that's happening right now.
Stop it! They're already dead.
Let him live, Smo. Yeah. I still believe in Delta. Delta's in Twitch chat in between rounds. Delta says, all of a sudden when I want to shield the rocks, they whiff. SMH. Are you saying Smo has aimbot?
Having just
Smo has
meet the game interview.
Smo has aimbot on the rocks. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Swings the light button into the standing shield. You can't do that, Delta. Delta, you can't do that. Literally, pretty much any other crouching button would have won. I think every single other crouching button would have won that interaction. That's so tragic. Straight into a knockdown.
Always 2 steps ahead.
Mine's a low. Yeah, he's got the rock. He's got the rock aimbot. Those loops are kind of tricky, but you could probably honestly get them quite fast. It's just a little bit of practice. The hard bit's hitting them in a game.
They're kind of tricky. It's also if you play on level, it's more hard to do.
Is it? Oh wow. I don't know.
In my opinion, cordless circuits are much harder on levels than on stick.
Yeah.
For
This
example.
is my least favorite FPCL. I've considered playing both of the other two. The notable thing about FPCL is FPCL is the one with Rock. And if you're watching this, you know how good Rock is. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's like half of her
Rock does
kit.
literally everything. It goes into combos, it plays neutral for you, it's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
Oki setup, it's everything.
It's so strong, just having it on screen, like even with the possibility of, oh my god, that confirmed. Picking up. Not getting a full thing, but Rock's on screen. Delta really struggling to deal with it, just walking into it, accepting his fate. This HPCL is your favorite B&B? Yeah, that character's really cool, HPCL. She's the one with the vertical lightning, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this character's really cool. I've considered playing CPCL at one point, but I don't like her movement. She's a heavyweight in a game that's very movement focused. Oh my god, that tick throw again! That's the shit he kept doing on Homu. The make
my
them block air
God.
rock into an air tick throw.
The thing is that these rounds, like that one was a perfect and the round still lasted a pretty long time.
Yeah, that conversion.
It-
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This character. Oh my god. Throws
Oh my
before the
God.
rock hits. Rock is so fucked.
I'm
Yeah.
already ordering a funeral for Delta.
I'm so sorry, Delta. We banned your character last week, and now this happens. Goes for the Ethra Whiff. It's kind of cool. Ethra Whiff makes you fall faster in this game, so it can be quite good in specific rats. Just stomping, keeping the plus frames on. DP anti-air from Smo though, tries to shield, but it whiffs right as he tries to shield. Delta's luck is so poor. Tries to throw, but still in throw protection. Yeah, this game is 8 frames on blocking. Straight into a knockdown. Goes to the reversal super. Doesn't punish it there. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think you can punish that because it's another arc drive.
Oh,
Melty
very
having
nice
character
punish.
bans? No, it doesn't. So Delta's playing like a mid tier, but we keep joking about how busted this character is.
Nah, it's not a mid tier,
It's
it's
not-
the
oh yeah,
highest
top
of the
tier,
high
top tier.
tiers.
Top tier. Smo's already 2 up. This is looking
No.
dire.
No, don't playing top tiers here. Anyway, Zero is bad.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
Great
crazy.
here, folks.
Delta's having shit luck. Literally every time he's about to shield something, it would just randomly whiff. That's happened like 3 times so far. It's dire. It's looking really dire for Delta.
Yeah. Oh.
Delta like pissed off a leprechaun before this bracket or something. First off with Smo joining literally like 10 minutes before the bracket started. Oh, straight into the throw before Rock hits. This is brutal. This character's offense is so good. I guess it's expected from a heavyweight, but Rock kind of compensates for all of her poor movement. Because Rock is just so good at controlling space. And controlling
Like
the pace
that.
of the game. Yeah. Like, what do you do when Rock's on screen? Kinda trolling.
Damn,
Charged Rock.
neutral is kinda crazy.
Delta trying to approach, but yeah, the size of that button. Set point for Smo. Winning character is banned moving forwards? No, because then we're just banning players for a week. Smo already hasn't played every week. Nice throw punish. Delta's got to get a reverse 3-0 into another set win. Because he's on loser's side. This is looking dire. Nice throw. Knight, you support this because you play like a dozen characters. Straight into another one. Delta's getting some offense started here. This is looking pretty good.
Now the role of who's playing Solitaire has changed.
Yeah, didn't get the counter there, but gets the anti-air catching Smo, trying to jump out with the air unblockable 5A. Nice,
That was
taking
a
around.
clean round.
Yeah. Knight says, I'm thinking about genuinely starting random pick only. That'd be crazy. You'd still place well, to be fair. Nice conversion. Going for 2 of them, straight into the throw extension. getting some OTG damage and spending the meter to launch again. Oh my
Very
god.
nice grab.
This is brutal. This is murder. These past 3 sets have just been like someone getting murdered. The overheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of these final sets have been like actually public executions. Poor Delta. Straight for the fuzzy
Welcome.
overhead. Fuzzy overhead into the Roman cancel into another overhead. No one is blocking that. Nice stuff from Smo, taking the tournament. Holy Jesus. Dumping all
Very
of his
nicely.
meter into that mix-up, yeah.
Very nicely done by both players.
Don't call this the Roman cancel, yeah. IH. And Finland wins again, says Setsu.
Finland is just the best country in Europe organizing. It's just it's so easy for us.
Yeah, the Finnish multi-blood community is just ridiculously cracked, is what I'm learning.
Yep.
Maybe
That's-
Finland is like the heart of Melty in Europe.
What I've learned is that there's also other strong Finnish players, but they don't play net play.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but congratulations to Smo for winning that. This is brutal, by the way. but Smo assassinating Delta, that was a lot less close than I was expecting it to be. Smo's on a roll today. 3-0, 3-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Yep, didn't lose a single game for the entire tournament. Nice stuff. Congratulations to Smo for winning another one. Still yet to drop a single set. Crazy stuff. But Delta trying to put up like a fight there. But there was a mixture of like terrible luck there and also just like getting ran over by Smo. Smo truly is the best player in Europe, I think. That was brutal. But a nice try from Delta and a very nice placement. I'm gonna run through the placements in a second, but I'll zoom around the bracket for a bit so you can see how things have gone. Yeah, pretty big bracket today. So even if you make like top 12, that's still a pretty big achievement.
Smo saying in bracket, you've lost your zoomer privileges to Delta.
True. Actually murdered Delta for fun, yeah. But yeah, first place we have Smo, a 4-time Vermillion Versus winner. Crazy. Congratulations on the clean sweep 5-0. Delta, winner from last week, and also a multi-time winner. Barely not managing to make it, just Smo joined in the last 10 minutes just to kick his ass and gatekeep him. I respect it. But yeah, Delta's struggling a lot more than usual, but I think Smo is his bracket demon. But Delta putting up a good show against lots of other players, doing very well. Vert did incredibly well making it this far. Got some very good wins against players like Homu. But I think Vert struggled with Miyako.
Yeah.
I honestly think that might be it. But Vert kind of struggled a lot, especially fighting Delta. Ran into Delta twice and got double eliminated by Delta in like early on in winners and also in losers finals. But a very nice try and very respectable third place. Very well done. Yeah, Delta says Smogate kept me from the back-to-back win. He's so evil.
Yeah, you all need to do some anti-Smo coalition and just find a way to beat Smo.
Yeah, people have to like super lab the FPCL matchup just to kill Smo. Smo won outplayed, didn't he? I'm gonna need correction on this if it's wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, Knight was very fun to watch. I haven't seen Knight play that much, so it was very surprising seeing all their very diverse character picks and pleasing the crowd by picking C Alcor like Roy wanted. Very well done, especially showing how versatile you are with so many different characters. Homu placing 5th as well. Homu's consistently made top 8 and has shown himself to be quite versatile, but I think he has the same thing Delta does, where both of these players like hard lose to Smo. I think that's both of their bracket demon. Homu plays weird into Smo, and I think that's half the reason.
Yeah.
Smo said had to get revenge for my Finnish brethren after the beginner bracket this week. Ooh, that's true. Finland barely didn't win the beginner bracket, but they got 3 people in top 8.
Hey, next week my goat Pura is winning.
True. There's so many Finnish people in the chat right now. All showing up. Jazz apologizing for winning the beginner bracket. Finland is the new Poland. This is true. Yeah, Panchit making it to 5th, continuing the 2-2 curse, making 2-2 every bracket, and when he's about to win, Coin comes in to make sure he's 2-2, gate kept to 2-2 permanently. But making a very, very good run through this bracket, making it to 5th place, very, very well done. Panchit is becoming one of my favorite players to watch. His Kohaku is very flashy and very interesting. Probably best Kohaku in Europe. I don't think that'll be contested super hard. But yeah, Panchit's the goat. We love him.
I need to fight Pangshoot someday.
That's true, yeah. Game Latuva making it 2-2 as well. Struggling with Homu and then playing F Oko and F Miyako in losers and losing for that. Very interesting going for those characters. I don't know if he was trolling or if he's just like losing confidence in F Xion's ability to do it. But
it could be both.
It might be both, yeah. But a nice try. I think Game Latuva does struggle playing into Homu. But Game Latuva has been gradually improving. I think he's participated in every single bracket since the third one, which is crazy. But yeah, Game Latuva is improving crazy fast and doing crazy well. Very, very well done. And Asichan, one of my favorite players to watch. Very flashy with the H Ryogi. Yeah, make it to 7th place, having a 3-2 run. Not bad. Very, very well done. Especially in a bracket where the top end is like a lot of very, very talented players. And then also like 9th place, Roy, Setsu, Maple, Tanuki. Very, very well done. Especially in a bracket that's like where the top 8 are like this fucked up.
Yeah, this is the nightmare zone.
Yeah, this is like a nightmare top 8. But yeah, congratulations to you four for making 9th. And 13th, we have Vox representing Finland still as well. Paul 2, Wilku, and Yasin placing quite high in the beginner bracket as well. But yeah, congratulations to everyone who played in the bracket. Thank you so much for participating once again and letting me run these for some reason. Very bad decision, but thank you so much. Yeah,
it's the best decision ever.
True. I run the most crackhead brackets you've ever seen. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who played. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up and tried to win some sets and see how they could place. It's even if you're confident you're not a contender for the winner, entering a bracket and seeing how far you can get is always fun, and it's a good learning experience as well, playing people under these circumstances. But thank you all for showing up again. Thank you all for spectating. Thank you everyone who participated as well. Love you guys. It's awesome. Thank you so much to the wonderful Sane for helping me with comms this week.
Thank you. I tried my best.
It's been very lovely having you on. Dharma says you are welcome for my presence. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. All right.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy. All right. Yeah, but thank you everyone for showing up. It's always fun hosting these. I always have a blast. I hope you guys enjoy having events for the game as well. We had an announcement from Web earlier. We're getting another Fuckfest at some point in May, so be excited for that. And as for me, there will be a beginner bracket next week. I am not sure when.
Can I join?
You can be the final boss if you want.
Okay.
There'll be another beginner bracket at some point next week. I'm not sure when. I know it's been Thursday every week, but it's not supposed to be weekly. I've just been doing it because the demand is so ridiculously high. The people yearn for beginner Melty. But there will be one next week. Most likely Thursday again. But it might be Wednesday as well. Or Friday. Probably not Friday. That's too close to VV. But Vermillion Versus, this one, every Saturday. Well, I'm going to be doing this till the heat death of the universe, I think.
Give me 1 or 2 months and I'll be winning VV.
True, Sunday's ready. Also, yes, Battle by the Way is Sunday next week. Be excited for that. If you guys ask nicely enough, I will stream pools. I am seriously considering figuring out the logistics for that. But we have some exciting people attending Battle, by the way. Webb's gonna be there. Alex is there. Nico's there. I'm there, of course. Jazz is attending, who won the beginner bracket last week. We might have the other Jazz, depending on how the schedules work as well. Tanuki's gonna be there. Plastic Zombie's gonna be there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So
I will be there on spirit.
Yeah, sorry. I'll call you on my phone. You can say hi to everyone.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you all for showing up. It's been fun. It's been a blast. I'm gonna leave you all to your evenings now. We're way ahead of schedule actually. Doma's preemptively congratulating Dudikoff for winning Grambler. Yeah, as soon as I saw that Dudikoff was attending, I was like, "Yep, all right. Well, we know who's won Grambler. We already know who's won Melty Blood as well." Boston Bluebeat is doing plus R. Hell yeah, yeah. We'll raid Boston Bluebeat. But before that, Sane, do you have anything to say or shill?
Congratulations to Small for winning. Thank you for having me on here. And if someone wants to fight me, you ping me. Thank you.
He's looking for strong opponents. He's like Goku. He's powering up. Oh, there's DMF League actually. I might move you guys there. Do you guys like some exhibition matches? Bye everyone. Wait, we have to wait a couple seconds. Woo! Yeah, they're doing exhibition matches on DMF League. I'm pretty sure they have a points system. I haven't looked too far into it, but it's run by Malthusius. It's pretty cool. The American melty scene is one of the best melty scenes. Europe's still kind of still kind of developing. I think Japan, the US, and South America are really good. And then the rest of the world's kind of catching up a bit. We have a few really good European players, but I think on average we're a bit weaker. But yeah, I'm gonna send you over. Thank you guys. Have a good evening. Bye everyone.
Bye bye.